All right, guys, welcome to another episode of MCU Rewatch Analysis by PBC. And if you're wondering what PBC means, no, it doesn't mean peanut butter chocolate, although I would like some right now. It
Me
means
too.
Push Block Chronicles, man.
It's
Here
us.
to give you the insights, the deets that you might have missed in Avengers Infinity War. And this is probably one of the biggest movies in the entire lineup of the MCU. And I'm sure many of you have rewatched this many times. How many have you watched it, Ray? How many times have you watched it?
At least 20.
20. Big
Yeah.
two. That's that's a lot.
At least 20.
Yeah,
But like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
three times in the theater. And then a lot of like falling asleep to Infinity War kind of
Yes,
nights. So,
yes, I agree. I think the same for me in theaters as well, around three or four. And it's usually when you find somebody that hasn't seen it yet,
yeah.
right? And you're like,
Yeah.
oh, that's a good enough reason for me to watch it again because
Yeah.
it's always a treat.
Yeah.
Um,
And
and
I want
it's
to see their
also
reaction at the end.
absolutely, yeah, because that I wasn't ready for that.
No.
I was ready for like one death or two deaths, but I wasn't ready
Yeah.
for like a
Yeah.
squillion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Squillions.
Squillion
Yeah.
deaths. I think that was the official.
The count, the
That was
official
the
count.
official count. Russo
Jeez.
brothers said that they said about roughly a squillion, rounded off.
Squillion.
Yeah, which is pretty crazy. And it's probably a squill. This thing probably made $1 squillion in the
Of
box office
course.
too, man. I mean,
Yeah.
this was the days of no social distancing. You could
Yeah.
pack in theaters with like 100 people. It's so hot.
Yeah.
People just yelling.
People are like, wait, people yell at your theaters? How
Yeah.
dare they?
Oh
Yes.
man. Yeah, that's
Yes.
true. I mean, we're living in a different world now, and November Black Widow is gonna come out, which is the next step, or at least the first movie in the next phase of the MCU, and it's supposed to be like a big deal. And we were supposed to get it what in May or March, and we
Yeah,
never we
May.
never
Yeah.
got it. And it's sad that a pandemic kind of you know slowed it down, but
Yeah.
can't help it, man. You gotta be safe out there. Let me know what you think if it's safe to go out and watch a movie nowadays, because they are open. You know, number one movie people are watching right now is Tenet, right?
Who's in it?
Christopher Nolan. It's a Christopher Nolan film.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you're a fan of
Well,
Christopher Nolan, that's
not really. I just like Batman.
classic.
Just one.
There's Christopher Nolan fans, and then there's people who just
Oh,
like Batman. Inception.
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 Yeah. But yeah, Batman and Inception is like the same movie almost.
Did you like Shutter Island? I think that was him too, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's pretty good. Yeah,
nice.
Memento as well. What?
Oh, okay. Well, that's him too. Oh shit!
Yeah, it is
I
early
did not
days.
know I was a fan.
You forgot.
Uh,
That's why
yeah.
you needed a memento.
Yes. Oh shit.
Ooh,
Yeah.
don't trust him. Uh,
But that's the thing. Like back then, directors were not really like a concern for me.
mm,
But with these MCU movies, I'm more like, who's a director? Before I see the movie, like
mm,
and
yeah,
it's made me more aware. Maybe it's because also like I started paying attention more. But back then I was like, who cares?
yeah. I mean, to me, who's like, or even for us who are casual movie watchers, we only really know a handful of directors, right? There's
Yeah.
people out there that go crazy where they're like, oh, he's directed by this guy and that guy. But for us, it's like
Yeah.
Christopher Nolan, Steven Spielberg,
Yeah.
fucking Quentin Tarantino. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like big named ones because
Yeah.
you know,
Spike Lee.
Spike Lee. I mean, yeah, Black Klansman was really good. I really like
Yeah.
that movie. Do the right thing and all that stuff. White men can't jump.
Yep. Yeah.
Um,
See.
yeah, other than that, I don't really know any hipster ones, but I'm sure that there's great ones out there. Not doubting any of you aspiring filmmakers, but with the power of the internet, film has been diluted
Yeah.
because now anyone can just watch anything.
Yeah.
It's not filtered anymore to good shit. You ever put an artist on like Kazaa or LimeWire? You don't get soft tracks. You only get bangers because people
Yeah.
only want to share bangers.
Yep. Yep. It was the real top 10 is the, Kazaa playlist. Like the Kazaa
Yeah,
torrent list is
yeah.
like reflective of the
And
real
and
top 10.
and back then you're more receptive to like listening to new songs. Like if you just put like I don't know 50 Cent on LimeWire, like you're like yeah I'm gonna listen to every song that I have not
Yeah.
listened to on this, and
Yeah.
more than likely you'll like each and every one of them, right?
And it did. Bloom, bloom, bloom. FIFTYCENT.
Oh, that's classic right there. Which it's a bad
Yeah.
message. You know,
Yeah. I didn't know.
I mean, just wanted some girls, man, but I didn't know it was like that.
I just thought they
Um,
were cool.
they were cool. Snoop Dogg had a perm in that one, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I put my hair in a perm. Word. Word.
Shout outs to the older people watching this that understand that reference. But anyways, Infinity War. Obviously, we
Oh, yeah.
both know this is directed by the Russo brothers. Uh,
Nice.
I think they're the best
Yeah.
um, from the choices that we've had throughout this MCU, at least.
Yeah.
I mean, John Favreau obviously did a terrific job
Yeah.
creating stepping stones or whatever, but Russo brothers so flashy, man. There's just something
Yeah.
about them that makes it good. It's like a balance of like sentimentality, humor, and
Yeah.
action,
Yeah.
which is what comic books um, really is all about.
Mm-hmm.
So big ups to them. But we have a long episode ahead because we're gonna go through a deep dive of Infinity War, frame by frame. I'm gonna start with frame one.
Oh, no.
There's about 10,000 frames in this, but yeah. So
Oh, my God.
let's start, man. Infinity War. Opening scene starts where pretty much Ragnarok left off. Right,
Yeah. Yeah.
the immigrant ship is attacked by Thanos, which is the secret ending of that movie, and we know this because Loki has the stone. Right, there's no other reason why Thanos would try to go up to them and kill them.
Yeah.
But only he knows. Thor has no idea. He thought that the stone was destroyed
And
uh,
Asgard.
on Asgard. It's supposed to protect us though over there. But right away, we get a first look at Thanos. This dude has been anticipated since the first Avengers, dude. Played by Josh Brolin, who is another phenomenal actor, good catch for the MCU, and he's technically the protagonist in this movie. This is a Thanos movie. What do you think about the Thanos design and how they brought it to life?
I like it.
Oh
I
yeah,
like it a lot.
yeah.
It looks good because the first look was it's pretty bad. Like looking back on it now, even after I torrented the first Avengers, and then I saw I was like, ooh,
Oh, the
pause on
little
that.
snippet. Yeah, I mean he was super
Ooh,
purple in that one.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, he was like Grimace a
it's
little
for
bit.
real. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. And it's like this sort of came in the same few years as Age of Apocalypse. And Apocalypse looked
yeah, look bad.
kind of rough.
Yeah, because we didn't want a Thanos that looked like that. Can you imagine?
I mean, there's a fine line, right? Because for them that was practical. That was a dude with makeup. And meanwhile,
That was Poe
Thanos,
from Star Wars. Poe Dameron from Star
right?
Wars.
But he had the makeup with the lines and like
Ugh.
Brolin. He was using obviously a mocap suit, but
Yeah.
his like characteristics of his face are still shown within Thanos. Like
Yeah.
you kind of see a little bit of Brolin there,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So they kind of, like at the price of, yes, I respect the fact that you guys are doing practical effects, but this isn't Broadway, bro. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
You know, superheroes.
And Apocalypse also showed up in the beginning of the movie, but he like strolled into town. Remember that? He's like, oh. And everyone's like, who the fuck are you?
I was
Like,
like, ooh.
that's not a very bad guy when
Yeah.
somebody has to ask who you are. They're not
Yeah.
already just scared.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Come on, like bad setups. Bad
I mean,
setups.
the opening sequence here in Avengers Infinity War is literally Thanos in a destroyed ship
Yeah.
with Asgardian bodies written everywhere.
Yeah.
Thor, who's on the ground, and you can barely even see Thor at first. Like, you
Yeah.
didn't think that that was him, and he just picks him up like a
It's
fucking
crazy.
chess piece, right? And we get also the first look at the children of Thanos, which are his crew, you know, his Bad Boys Entertainment, Bad Boys Family crew. Yeah, we got Ebony Maw, we got
Boom.
Cull Obsidian, we got
Wow.
Proxima Midnight,
Yeah. The names are ridiculous.
yeah, and we have Corvus Glaive.
Come on.
Proxima Midnight and Corvus Glaive are married. They're a
Yeah.
couple. Ebony Maw is the scientist of the group, and Cull Obsidian is the brute.
Yeah.
He's the guy, the big guy. Uh, cool design. I mean, I'm pretty sure the designs were taken straight from the comics. They're pretty like
Yeah.
accurate, right? Depictions. Uh, but even for me, they were already dope without ever giving me any background information.
Yeah.
You just kind of know, you know.
Yeah.
You're like, oh yeah, these guys look.
Yeah. They're bad.
Yeah, they're bad. Like you don't have to tell me that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and then we noticed that Thanos already has the Power Stone. The last time we saw the Power Stone was locked up in Xandar.
Xandar.
So I
Yep.
guess this, you put two and two together. I'm pretty sure
Yeah. Yeah.
they didn't let him just stroll in there
Yeah.
and take the Power Stone. So I think it's almost safe to say that Xandar is in ruins.
That's crazy.
And I do believe that there is a comic that tells us that story of how Thanos went in there and fucked it up. He can do whatever he wants, man. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
seeing
Power
this
level
movie,
is obvious.
yeah, this guy's in boss mode right now.
Yeah.
Um, and then the Hulk gets manhandled. Oh my god, ridiculous! Right? If one on one, fist on
Yeah.
fist
Yeah. Yeah.
against Thanos. I mean, for us that's been watching Hulk the entire time, that was like a heartbreak.
Yeah.
That
I
was a
didn't know
little.
he was that weak.
Thanos fucking, X Factor. That's what
Yeah.
he did.
Yeah.
Fucking
He
command
said,
grabbed him.
Ebony Maw was like, let him X Factor.
Let him X. That's what he said.
Let him X. Bing.
Yeah, he was
Click,
gonna call
click.
assist, but he didn't.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Thanos didn't call assist.
Yeah, he doesn't need to. Level 1 X Factor. This is just level 1 X Factor.
Level one at
Yeah.
X Factor. And for this defeat, Hulk was just a champion. He was a reigning champion in Ragnarok.
Yeah.
He lost his home. Now he was bound to go to Earth, which he didn't want to go to. But not only that, now he lost against this dude in a fair fight. It's not something that he's used to, right?
Yeah.
He's like, fuck this. The whole thing's
Yeah.
like crumbling for me. He gets manhandled. Thor gets a power stone to his face.
That's
He's like,
X.
but before that, he like looks at Heimdall. He does the he does the eye signal like yo, and Heimdall's like, what up, what up, what up? He's like, you gotta send Hulk back to Earth. He's like, how about you? He's like, no, 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 you gotta send Hulk back. He's like, all right. Heimdall, because they have some mystic telepathy
connection.
style, right? Yeah,
It's weird. Because they're brothers, I think.
Yeah, something like that. And then
Yeah,
he gets stabbed in the fucking heart. This is just another loss for Thor again.
yeah. My
He just
God.
lost his city. He's losing half the Asgardian population, and now he just lost in front of his very own eyes. A lot of people in this movie have seen people die in front of them, and it's like a recurring thing.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know,
That's true.
This is the first one where Thor sees Heimdall die in front of him, and then through that, Loki gives him the fucking space stone, right? And which is cool because he finally breaks it out of the thing of the cube, and we finally get to see the stone. This is the first time that it's like it was foreshadowed in the first Avenger when Red Skull broke the fake one,
Oh yeah,
but this is the real one, and Red Skull couldn't even hold it with his bare hands, bro.
yeah.
Thanos just like crushed it, like like it
That's
was,
strength.
yeah, it was like I don't even know what's something that fragile that you could like an egg,
Yeah.
right, with your bare
Or
hands.
like a bag of chips.
Yeah, he just crunched the whole thing.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. An egg.
Loki offers his service to Thanos and refers to himself as Odin's son before dying, which is a pretty sentimental part. And just like his father, he was acknowledged as Odin's son before Odin himself died. Right? He called him my son before he
My
died.
sons, yes.
He called himself as a son before he died, and that's another person that Thor watched die in front of him. Thor has seen a lot of people die in front of him. Practically his whole family.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
It
Mother
sucks.
from the Dark Elf, dad turning into Mega Man, fucking
Bling, bling, bling,
yeah.
bling.
Heimdall getting stabbed, and now Loki getting choked to death, and fucking Thanos is like knows
Yeah,
resurrections this time,
that's crazy.
which
So
is
aware. He's so aware of. That's how not only powerful, but like in the know.
yeah. Like he
It's
knows
crazy.
what people are capable of, what they've been known to do, and
Yeah.
he's probably a fourth wall man. He's probably watched the MCU. This guy's
Eh,
he watched the tapes. He's a basketball player, he's watching the plays and he's like,
shit.
yeah, I know exactly what's going on here. It's like
Bucks and one.
you did this in 2013, The Dark World. Loki's like, what? Turned into
You saw
Deadpool.
that movie?
It's pretty bad still.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
Thor said. I mean, Thanos said. Um, Thanos got what he needed, and he escapes with his black children, black children, Black
The Black
Order.
Order.
uh,
He's not Angelina Jolie.
and Thanos pretty much destroys the ship with the Power Stone that's glowing and shit.
That's crazy.
But then we learn later on that only half of them actually died in there. So we got Valkyrie, Korg, and Meeks that still survived. Uh, and if you look closely in the beginning of the scene, you can actually see the Grandmaster's orgy ship leaving from the
Wow.
back. So I guess that's where they got it.
Interesting.
That's how they left. Yeah. Um. Anyways, back on Earth, this is where Banner lands at the Sanctum. Pretty cool, dude. This is like when people start to collide with each other,
Yeah.
like all the superheroes. This was like a
Yeah.
really exciting part because it's like Banner has never. First of all, Banner hasn't been back to Earth since
Like 4 or 5 years or something.
yeah, Age of Ultron,
Yeah.
2012, maybe 2013 or something like that. And even before Hulk was in the on Earth, he never had interaction with Doctor Strange. So this was like a really cool thing, and Thor knows that Strange is the guardian of Earth because of what happened in Ragnarok. So he told Heimdall, "You gotta send this guy to the wizard." I didn't know Earth had wizards now. Um, this scene is actually taken from the comics, from the Infinity Gauntlet line, except it was Silver Surfer who crashed.
It's true.
instead of the Hulk. Still a
In
really cool nod though. Yeah.
it was still in the Sanctum.
Yeah, so he was still in the
Oh, cool.
Sanctum in New York City with Doctor
Nice.
Strange
That's awesome.
and Wong as well.
Wow.
Um, and you could see like because they had that conversation with him and Wong about sandwiches, and then the Hulk crash lands and he runs towards the hole, and the cape goes on him.
Yeah.
And the moment the cape goes on him, he changes into his sorcerer clothes, which is
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
fucking
Suit up like
yeah. Like what happened to
amazing.
telephone booths?
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Like Superman ain't got none of this dude,
No.
man. He's just this guy.
Well, that's DC.
Yeah, this guy has magic, cool
Yes.
magic. Um, and then he says he's coming, and the Strange is like, who? He's like, who the fuck are you talking about,
Thanos
man?
is coming in.
Um,
Who?
and we cut to Tony, who's jogging in the park with Pepper, and he talks about a dream about having a kid named
Yeah.
Morgan, which eventually does happen in Endgame. And it's weird how he's talking about dreams now when the entire time in the MCU he's always talked about the nightmare that
Yeah.
always haunted him and made him paranoid, which is everybody dying because of something in from space, except he's the only one alive. So I
Yeah.
think at this point, Tony was thought that it was really all in his head. That's why he's having regular dreams, right?
Damn. We hate to break it to you.
Yeah,
Teleport.
yeah, pretty much. Strange comes in with a fucking swirlas.
Yeah.
uh, yeah, he swirled in and he's like, I need to talk to you. Oh, and congratulations about the wedding. It's your Strange is also intellectual, man. This guy sips the tea every day. He knows what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Not tea.
Yeah,
Not tea.
he knows. Bruce is sort of happy and sad at the same time because he's finally back on Earth, but they're fucked. You know, this is not really the welcome home thing that he was um,
Yeah.
expecting. But they explained to Tony everything, um, much like the new dream of having a kid. His old dreams are now catching up with him, right? You see, like Tony kind of spacing out, and he's like, "This is exactly,
It's like hitting him.
yeah."
He's like,
He wanted to say, "I fucking told you so," but
yeah,
Cap
yeah.
wasn't there. You know, I think
Damn.
that's I think that's what he wanted to say in the phone. Banner is caught up that the Avengers are broken up like the Beatles.
Yeah.
Um,
Boo, that line. Ah,
and they don't know where the Mind Stone is. So right now, Vision, he turned off his tracker and he's apparently somewhere in Europe or whatever, and he's with the Scarlet Witch. Tony thought it would be okay as long as Scarlet Witch is there because she could fuck him up
yeah.
if he tries to do some naughty. But as we knew, he was doing some naughty.
Uh, uh,
I don't know
uh.
how, but sure.
Yeah, that's
Um,
weird.
the flip phone from Civil War shows up again. We
Yeah.
remember this because Stan Lee delivered it, and Stark is hesitant. He's hesitant to call because realize when was Civil War? 2015,
Uh,
right?
oh, yeah, that's quite a while ago.
Yeah, and
Shit.
they're following
Hmm.
the actual years on this one. So this is 2019. It's been 4 years
Yeah.
of Cap busting the
Not
guys
talking.
out. Yeah, not talking.
Wow.
Um,
4 years. That's long.
and this is the time that he should be calling him. But before he could, he looked at Strange. He's like, "You doing that weird thing with your hair?" He's like, "No."
Mhm.
They go outside, and it's just like this weirdest ship. One of the
Yeah.
weirdest ships I've ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like turning. I
It's
don't
a
know.
circle.
I don't know how it's retaining that type of levitation. Maybe it has something
Yeah.
to do with that tech, but the whole thing, there's wind everywhere, right? And then like
Yeah.
Strange took it out and he like winked at Stark, which is just this is what we live for because it's like
Yeah.
these two guys are so alike
Yeah.
in terms of ego
Yeah.
right?
The flex.
The flex, exactly,
Yeah,
right? Where it's like one is um they're both highly intelligent, but two very different practices in
yeah,
terms of advancement in like, fighting style, right?
yeah,
One is technology and one is mystic arts. And it's just hilarious for them to be even in the same team or the same room. But anyways, Ebony Ma and Obsidian Cull show up. First time seeing the Mark 50
yeah.
nanotech suit from Tony.
Bloop bloop. You see that? X. How did?
Dude,
Yeah. Did they show this in the trailers? Because I don't remember.
they showed like him boosting up to the ship, but they never showed that part where
Oh, the
he
suit up.
the suit up and like
Oh,
when he had the different lasers come out from his back, like
yeah.
the backup lasers and shit.
So X.
Yeah, like, and you see that his sunglasses also get absorbed
Yeah,
by
yeah,
the nanotech. This guy just thinks of everything, man.
yeah,
Like, where would he put it? You know what I mean? That's Edith. You can't just put
yeah.
that in a case and put it in your
Wow.
glove compartment. You gotta
It's true.
absorb everything. um,
Part of the
really,
crew.
really
Part of the
dope.
ship.
And it's dope how like Banner was like, "Whoa!" Right? Because it's like this guy hasn't been back to Earth in a while, and
Yeah,
Banner and Tony are the only ones that ever really connected through the years in terms
yeah,
of intelligence and just like overall like personality, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
He was doing the therapy thing in Iron Man 3. They worked together a lot in Iron Man. I mean, the second Avengers. And the
yeah,
first Avengers, they're like, oh, somebody I can talk to that's actually smart. Like,
yeah,
so it was like a bro moment. It was like, yo,
yeah.
cool. And then Tony turns back. He's like, yeah, cool, right? Like two
You
kids.
like it?
Yeah, it's called
Nanotech, you
nanotech,
like
dude.
it?
It's like really
Oh
sick.
shit. That's true. They are just the two bros who's like, yo, shit. Yeah, update. I almost fucking fell down.
Yeah,
So,
they're like the giddy kids that like just think science and technology are so cool. Even in the middle of battle. But we see that Ebony Maw has some telekinetic
yeah. It's not
abilities.
uh is it also like magic?
I'm not
Is
sure.
that's weird.
I think it's
Is it
like
magnetic?
I
Magnetic blast?
I think he's so intelligent that he uses his mind. It's telekinetic, yeah.
That's
So I'm not
crazy.
sure. I don't really know Ebony Maw from the comics, so
Yeah.
if you could tell me what his superpowers are, if it's to move shit, I mean that's pretty OP already because he's levitating. He's really like Magneto because
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
pulling out trees and shit. It's not
yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah,
magnetism,
yeah, yeah.
right?
It's
But
like matter. Matterism.
I matter. Oh no, that's controversial right now. Um, then we get a first look at Spider Man's spider sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking
That's the first time.
the hair standing up like that. Yeah, because this is
He's like kulibot, or is it called?
um what is that called? Like when you get goosebumps, right?
Yeah,
Forgot. I even forgot the Bisaya word for it.
yeah.
Um, but
I
yeah,
think it's
and
kulibot.
we also get a cameo by yours truly in
Yep.
that one.
Yo.
I had to practice my landy so much. We're all gonna die.
He nailed it.
I nailed
Holy
it. I nailed
shit.
it. Yeah, I nailed it. Classic, classic.
Fucking nailed it.
I really need to learn that guy's real name because I need to shout him out and stop
I know.
using me as a as a as a point of reference.
His name is
Anyways,
Ned.
Spider Man comes out of the bus. It's still amazing to me how nobody sees this shit. As a
Yeah.
kid, I would see my classmate fucking crawling out of a fucking
Yeah.
window with a
Come on.
Spider Man mask on. Um, but then we see that Hulk refuses to fight. Pretty, this is where, for me, I was like, oh, why? It took me a while to really understand the Hulk's reason as to why he didn't want to fight. I think we touched on it a little bit before. Hulk knows that the Earth doesn't like him. The last time he was on Earth, Age of Ultron when he went berserk because of Scarlet Witch. He saw the people and how they looked at him. It was like fear, you know.
Yeah.
And Hulk is his mindset. And we talked about this. Is still very childish, right? I mean, in
Yeah.
the 2008, he was yelling at the lightning like he didn't even know what lightning was. You know, like we know that for him to even start talking coherent or string words together wasn't until Ragnarok. So it's kind
Yeah.
of like he has the body like an advanced super strength body, but his mind isn't as, you know,
Yeah. Yeah. I
advanced
think
as you think. Yeah.
he only grows like more mature the longer the Hulk he is. You know.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
that's even harder for him to progress
Yeah.
mentally, right?
Yeah.
And Ragnarok helped a lot because he was Hulk for like 4 or 5 years straight.
Yeah.
So imagine the
Yeah.
progress that it took. That's why he's able to talk to Thor in
Yeah.
sentences. But even then, he has tendencies to be immature.
Yeah.
We kind of see it here, where it's like, I don't want to play. I don't care if you're about to die. I don't care
Yeah.
if it's the universe or whatever. Like, I want to go
Yeah.
back to fucking Sakar.
Yeah.
I want to see Jeff Goldblum again. um, but yeah, let us know, guys, if that's what you also think why the Hulk didn't want to fight. Because for me, if I was the Hulk, I'd do the same thing. I mean, I was a champion. I was living my life there, and then now I'm back
Yeah.
here where everybody hates me. Well, fuck would I want to help you guys, man? Get out of
Oh
here.
no.
Get out of here. Get
He's
that
right.
garbage out of here.
He's right, you guys.
Um, Spider-Man comes through, gets caught up in a battle, and he came from a field trip to MoMA Museum of Modern Arts. I don't know why I wrote that down, but I had to because that's what he said. Um, it's like, what's going on, Mr. Stark? Who is again? They're trying to take a necklace from a wizard.
From a wizard. They're they're aliens from space,
Oh yeah,
and they're here to take a necklace from a wizard.
to dumb it down,
Yep.
for the kid, pretty much. It's pretty easy. I mean,
Yeah.
in reality, that's really what happens, right? Maw
Yeah.
like
Well.
Maw puts Doctor Strange in this cocoon of metal wires and kidnaps him. And he, as much as Peter tried to get Strange back, he gets sucked into the ship, right? And fucking uh, Tony goes
Yeah.
after the ship, and then he turns his feet into like crazy boosters, which I'm like, okay, this guy's OP
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. What's going on here? How did he do that?
Yeah, I
Where did
mean,
those come from?
like he's like, man, he wasn't when he did the laser, the repulsor. Like that's not even. This
Yeah.
guy
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
on a next level type of power. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. That's so primitive. Are you serious?
Hmm. Uh,
Lasers.
yeah, man. But now he's like, he has the booster variation. We see the possibilities of nanotech and how
Yeah.
easily you can manipulate it into whatever armament or tool or whatever
Yeah.
that you want in battle. Just fucking
Yeah. Yeah.
crazy. And he probably thought about this upgrade after failing to catch up to Rhodey when he's falling.
Yeah.
Tony's always about looking at past mistakes and like
Yeah.
making things better from it. Um, Spider-Man goes up there, starts to lose oxygen because he still has the old suit, and then he gets his new suit from fucking Satellite, which is the Iron Spider MCU version.
Nice.
This is the first action look with it, and I remember the crowd at
Right.
this point was cheering. They're like, "Oh my god!" Man, I always go like opening night. Man, the people are like extra excited, dude.
I love that, especially in the suburbs.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, right on, man. That's all you hear from.
That's my boy. Yeah.
But then as soon as he puts on the suit, Stark's like, "Well, happy trails, kid, because you're a kid. You got to go
Yeah.
back to Earth. You're not part of
Yep.
this right now." And
Yeah. Yeah.
deploys his chute to send him back. And this great upgrade is also probably all his suits after what happened to Rhodey. This is just another safety thing that
Yeah, yeah,
was
yeah.
put on just to make sure that
Yeah.
nobody gets hurt anymore.
Parachute.
Because that was a big part of Tony's, Civil War
Yeah.
emotions ridden high. That Rhodey got hurt really badly. I mean, it wasn't like he got hurt and he was fully recovered. Like he can't walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has to use like some tech.
That's nuts. But do you think now he has like nanotech legs?
Oh, maybe like the braces for it. Yeah, but what, you're gonna replace your legs with nanotech?
No, I mean like, so his legs are still there, but then
Yeah,
yeah, the because I don't know how to imagine it, but the robot legs are there to
I'm
like
pretty sure it
assist
is.
him,
Yeah, because
right?
Black Panther opened up the border, right? It's just like
Right.
vibranium for everybody. You get vibranium.
Sick.
You get vibranium.
What a generous man.
Tony's on the ship, and Pepper's cheesed at him
Yeah.
um, because he wasn't picking up his phone, and the fact that he's now on another fight and he's in space. Pretty
Yeah.
much what a girlfriend would be cheesed at you for. Uh, you know what I mean? And then we notice that his comm system goes down as he tries to talk to Pepper, and I
Yeah.
didn't notice this during the first screening that he didn't have Friday the entire time in the battle or like in space or anywhere.
Oh
Yeah, like he never talked to
shit.
Friday. Yeah,
It's weird.
yeah. That's just he had to
Huh.
like do everything himself type of thing, right? Um,
Interesting.
because usually he'd be like, Friday do this, Friday do that, right? Like scan, do this, whatever. But he was just using his intelligence even to fight Thanos. That's just
That's
him.
crazy.
Um,
Wow. Interesting.
cut to the Guardians of the Galaxy. Uh, they're going through space, singing some tunes, and they stumble upon uh, the remnants of the immigrant ship, and they're like, "What the fuck happened here?" You know,
What happened here?
put on your mean faces, guys. Is what he said. Um, and they stumble upon Thor floating in space. So does this mean that as Guardians are able to breathe
Survive in
in space?
space. I think Thor can.
Oh, because he's a god?
Yeah, because he did that thing with Nidavellir, like Bear. You know, they didn't have a spacesuit on or
Oh,
anything.
yeah, bear. That is facts. That is dope. That is true. Like he didn't need.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
that was space. You know.
yeah, that was space. I guess so.
Yeah.
No,
So
so no other Asgardians are able to do that. No, Loki, but he's a god too. But like he's not really Asgardian. He's
yeah,
frost giant. So like,
yeah. That's why they thought he died when he got like blasted into space from the Bifrost in the first one. Remember? They're like, "Oh, we lost Loki. He can't survive in space like that. He's a blue guy, or what's it called?
oh yeah, he's a frost giant.
Ice giant. Oh, frost giant. Ice giant is a RuneScape thing.
Is it? Shout
Yeah.
outs to Run Escape.
Yep.
Um, yeah. So okay, cool. Thor can just be in space, I guess, because he's a god, or I don't know. Somebody needs to
Yeah.
explain to me. Is that the same in the comics? But then again, in comics, I feel like everybody is just like, just go to space. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, they take Thor in and pretty much examine him. We get a pretty funny segment of Quill being jealous of Thor being such a man
Yeah.
and him just being a dude. You're a dude, but this is a man.
It's so good.
And
Holy shit.
Quill, has insecurities, especially with his with him and Gamora. Like fresh couple. Um, he doesn't want to, and Thor is just he doesn't try to be charming. That's just who he is, right? Like Thor has never been the type to like, um, I don't know, like it's not like he wants to be like Loki is flashy. Like you can
Yeah.
tell
Yeah.
that Loki is like, I want to do this and this is gonna look sick or whatever. But Thor is just him.
Yeah.
right? He really speaks like that. He has a deep voice, and him, Quill is like mocking him a little bit. This is my voice, which is
You're imitating the God Man.
no, I'm not. It's like the worst copying ever, and they even talk about like because they're in Earth. Well, you don't have to worry about Earth because they have Avengers, Earth's mightiest heroes. It's like, oh,
You just
cool.
dropped that.
Yeah, it's like, oh, is Kevin Bacon part of it? It's like, I don't know. I haven't been there in a while. I don't know if he's part of it.
That's such a good line.
It's such a good line because Thor obviously know who Kevin Bacon is, but he's not the type to be like, oh,
Yeah.
maybe I don't know.
I'm humbled now, so yeah, he could be.
Yeah,
If he's that famous to you, yeah,
yeah.
probably.
It's like I don't know if he's part of the team. I haven't been there in a while. So ridiculous, dude. Such a funny thing. The team splits, which is something that we see the Guardians do in a lot of their missions. And Rocket and Thor go to Nidavellir, which is apparently a myth, and which is why Rocket wants to go. And he's like laughing. He's like, "Isn't that just a myth?" He's like, "No, it's not." It's like, "Do you want to come?" He's like, "We should go to Nidavellir." Yes, the rabbit is correct. The rabbit is the smartest of the crew. This is where we first hear him call him Rabbit, which is just, and he calls him this the entire time, right? More power, Rabbit.
Yo,
um,
oh my, there's no changing his mind.
yeah. But yeah, so Rocket and Thor go to Nidavellir, and the rest will have to go to nowhere, uh, which is where they went to in the first Guardian of the Galaxy, because they need to get to the, which stone was that?
The Reality Stone.
The Reality Stone, the red
Yeah,
one, right?
yeah,
Yeah, the Reality Stone. Um, but even for me watching the movie the first time, I was like, they're not like. I'm pretty sure Thanos already has is either there now or has already gone there because
yeah.
he
He has
did
a space stone.
it. Yeah, he did Xandar quickly, and the Collector doesn't have an army
Yeah,
to defend his vault compared to
yeah,
Xandar. It should have been an easy kill 1-2. In RuneScape when you have a level 5 guy.
easy. One hit.
Is that one hit? What's the
Yeah,
level cap in RuneScape?
uh, 126.
Such a random level cap.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. People are like 150, even 130. 125 makes sense, but 126?
Yeah, 126. There's a specific algorithm uh with like experience points and training, and somehow it just equates to 126.
Alright, shoutouts to RuneScape with a weird level cap. Um but yeah, so they need to go get the stone from the collector, and that's with Drax, Mantis, Gamora, and Quill, which is the other that's left of the crew. Then we got cut to Vision and Wanda. This is where the movie we have to like keep cutting because there's so many characters
Yeah,
that have integral parts, and obviously they all interact with each other at some point in the movie. But obviously in the beginning, we have to, I guess, gather the puzzle pieces into this Infinity War that's about to unfold. And Vision and Wanda are two very integral parts in the story, mainly because Vision's he
he's a
has
stone.
he has a stone in his head. There's a reflection on my head right now, which kind of makes it look like I
Oh
have a
shit.
stone. So there it is.
He's got that Krillin thing.
Feel it. It's like I only feel you. That's what it is. They are somewhere in Europe. Is it Europe?
Edinburgh?
Where's that?
Scotland, I think.
Uh, there's also a yard there,
Ooh,
Scotland Yard.
Scotland Yard.
That's where.
Wee wee.
That's where Robert Downey Jr. is also Sherlock Holmes.
Yes, sirs.
Anyways, they're somewhere in Scotland, still in hiding from Civil War, so we know that they're on the run, sort of. The stone is reacting on Vision's head, maybe warning him of upcoming danger. But it's kind of like Harry Potter. It's oh the scar. You know what I mean?
He's
Voldemort's is
near.
here, man. Tangina, bro. Then Voldemort's like, kukulong kita, Potter. Halika dito, man.
Oh fuck, it's jokes.
Um, and then we learn that they're in a relationship, much like in the comics, and it's fitting because Wanda's powers came from a Infinity Stone, and Vision has an Infinity Stone, and she can turn matter into nothing, and he can turn his matter into nothing. Like it's just like a
Wow.
yeah
Yeah, it just
match
works. It works.
match made in laboratory. That's pretty
Yes.
much what it is.
Wow.
Wanda scans the stones a little bit. I don't know if this kind of foreplay shit that they do in bed, but she says, he says, "What do you feel?" She says, "I only feel you." Oof, that's some Hallmark card
Come on.
writing there, and it's even more tragic because this is the last line that Jarvis says to Wanda before he fucking destroys the stone near the end. He says to her, "I only feel you." Alish!
Eggs.
Which is pretty X. But out of nowhere, Vision gets stabbed and gets fucking impaled. He's like, ah! You see that? Because he's just like talking normally. He's like,
The
ah!
color. We know. We know.
Yeah. He was like, I don't know. Do you want to get some dinner? So, ah! It's just like straight.
What do you think of shawarma?
It's like, I'm thinking Arby's.
Oh shit.
Anyways, they're attacked by Proxima and Corvus, two
Shit.
lovebirds, which is ironic because they're also attacking two
Yeah.
lovebirds.
Wow.
Um, the blade, and we learned that the blade stops Vision from recovering. Usually, he can just be like, "Oh, oh yeah, I'm good." Like he just thinks about it, right? Um,
That's crazy.
but she's like, "What's wrong? Why can't you revert back?" It's like there's something about the blade that's keeping him from using his
Oh shit.
powers. And this is something they're like, what kind of tech is this? Like, you're supposed
Yeah.
to be
What
like
the?
the highest of the tech.
Yeah.
Like, they printed you, bro. Like, you're fucking
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Um, they do some next, we see Scarlet Witch flying and shit using her powers. This is something that we never really get to see her do a lot
Yeah.
of. Really cool. And it's kind of weird for the actress a little bit because it's like all your powers are CGI, and it's like
Yeah. Yeah. How's it gonna look?
kind of look foolish, just like
Yeah. But she took classes, I think. She has a trainer.
man, this is I don't even know like I don't how do you where do you look that up in the ads?
I don't
Hey, I
know.
wanna I wanna learn how to look like I do spells.
Yeah. That's
What's
an actual job.
what's the profession name?
Professional magic pretender. I don't know.
Yeah, this guy's from I'm gonna get that ad and then I'm gonna go to a psychiatric ward and it's gonna be a dude in there going, I'm a wizard. That's what's gonna happen. Um,
Yeah, but it looks real.
yeah, to him, I'm sure it is. A lot of things look real to the dude. Anyways, Cap comes through with a new beard.
Ah,
As this
oh
guy
my god.
rocking the beard.
Yo.
And he comes from the darkness, much like how he came from the darkness at the end of Civil War
Yeah.
to free them. His suit also has the star ripped
Yeah.
fully now. Like it's not just like he looks like he actually physically ripped it, fully
Yeah.
embodying his nomad status from the comics. This guy does not want to represent America anymore because America right now to him
No.
hates him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So why would I'm not rock that? That's like if P Diddy was wearing
What?
Fat
Was
Farm,
wearing what?
or if
Rockaware?
yeah, yeah, if Jay Z was wearing Sean Johns, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's
True,
not
true,
gonna
true,
fly,
true.
man.
Yeah.
You know, Nas is gonna go and beat your ass.
Mm-mm.
Common enemy, right? Um. Anyways, Black Widow is also there too, and Sam Wilson. The trio is back, and they've been fighting together since pretty much Winter Soldier. So their chemistry is like top notch now, right? She comes in sliding, slicing up, fucking
That's
stabs.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like this trio has been.
Ariel.
Yeah, this is a 3-man team. This is man.
Oh,
When
this is.
Marvel 4 comes out,
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's gonna be the team. Yeah.
that's gonna be the team right there.
Yeah. Oh shit. And you can give the shield to Falcon. Holy.
Yeah, but then now I need another person because then unless I get old cap,
Old
doesn't
Cap
make
would
that
be
doesn't make,
sick.
like can he even move?
He'll just take it out of the.
The-
Yeah, that's his one job to like leave the shield on the floor
yeah,
for a power up.
and we're like, they're like, Cap, I need backup, and he's like, No, I don't think I will.
I don't think I will. And that's a 1 in 3 chance.
Yeah, and then KO. That's it.
Yeah.
He's like the opposite of Dark Phoenix. He's just useless. um, but yeah, so the trio's back along with Cap. They take Vision and Wanda. They all get on the Quinjet, and Sam asks, "Where to, Cap?" Cap says, "Home." Ooh,
Wow.
which they haven't been back to America
Yeah.
in a very, very long time since Civil War.
Wow.
And obviously, they're visiting Rhodey, um, who is at the Avengers headquarters. And I guess he's the only one there right now, considering that Tony Stark is in space and Wanda was, originally there. Wait, no, not Wanda. Vision is originally there. And who else is supposed to be there that's not? I think that's it, right?
It's all of them.
Rhodey, Stark,
That Stark's in space.
and
Where's
Vision.
her? Right, right. Yeah.
Clint is in house arrest.
Yeah. And Paul Rudd
Paul Rudd is, yeah, he's in house
also
arrest as
house
well.
arrest. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, wow.
It's not that many people
Because I'm trying
that
to think
was
of
in Civil War.
his team in Civil War, and they're all like, Black Panthers from another country.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, it's just him and Rhodey
Yeah, for
and
real. It's
Vision.
like
Because
sort of Vision.
everyone
Yeah.
else, sort of Vision, yeah, everyone else turned their back. Even Vision's like, yeah, but got my shorty now, so I don't know if I
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
work this shit now.
yeah. Yo, Bondy, old man. So he's like, I don't care anymore.
Um. Anyways, we learned that Gamora knows where the Soul Stone is, so now we're back in where Thanos is.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, with the Guardians. We learned that Gamora knows where the Soul Stone is and asks Quill to kill her if Thanos ever gets her. And they're in a fresh relationship, man. Quill is definitely unstable when it comes to these things, especially for a girl that he likes. And it's a very heartfelt but like dark conversation they're having. And Gamora is very serious, where he's like, if it comes to it, you gotta kill me. Like, don't bullshit me, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not playing with you.
Yeah, not playing
Do it.
games over here. And
Do
Quill's like, fine, I will. But we both know there's some doubtness in there. They land back to nowhere. Everything seems fine. Um, and it kind of looks like it got destroyed a little bit, right? But you still see some, artifacts there, some of the collections. Um, but then later on, we learned that it's all fucking illusion. You know,
That's how powerful the stone is. That's
yeah.
crazy.
Even the collector himself, like, was just
An illusion. Wow.
an illusion. Yeah. And there were some clues a little bit. You know,
Yeah.
Thanos was too easy to kill.
Yeah.
It was kind of like, oh, GG, like what's going on?
Uh,
Well played, like best out of three, because like it's like give my money, like that's what she
no,
said.
sudden death. Yeah.
So yeah, sudden death, a little bit, and yeah, that was pretty much the reality stone. And guess what? That's what they were trying to get. So too bad, motherfuckers. It's gone. You've been
Yeah.
had. It's
Yes.
in the glove already. Thanos is rocking it. Like, can't you
Yep.
see? Um,
The bling. It's like right there. East
yeah.
side.
That's what he said. He said, "I see no changes. Woke up in the morning, I asked myself, is life worth living? Should have
Should
blessed
have blessed
myself."
myself.
Um, but yeah, even when Gamora stabs Thanos, that was all fake, man. And
Yeah.
his blood is purple here
Yeah.
when he got stabbed. We learn later on that it's actually red.
Yeah.
Even fooled me a little bit, but I knew something was up.
Something's up.
This is like 25 minutes in the movie. It's not gonna like
Yeah.
end
Yeah.
right there. Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
like fucking credits. You know what I mean? um, Thanos, Drax turns into blocks, um, and
And the,
Mantis into like springs.
yeah, straight from the comics.
Yeah,
I saw
definitely.
that.
These are, which is something that like even for me, I was like, whoa, what the fuck? Like
Yeah, it's crazy.
that's some next shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? The
But
physics
they
on
still
this, man.
live is the
Yeah,
crazy thing.
is they still live. Yeah, and I think Thanos doesn't necessarily kill for no apparent reason,
Yeah.
and unless it's like the culling of a population, right? Which is
Yeah.
half. It's always culling of a population in half. When it comes to even getting the stones, I mean, even for Thor, he didn't really directly kill him from the ship. He just left the ship there and he destroyed the ship. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Unless he really had to, he won't necessarily kill you unless you're trying to kill him, type of thing, right? I mean, Drax never got close. Mantis never got close. And man, the CGI this entire movie is
It's pretty top level.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely
Yeah.
impressive, top notch, as it should be. Because with
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
caliber of hype, you have to go all out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't be like, oh, a Bug's Life. You're like horrible. Can't
Oh
make it like
shit.
that. There's a lot of B-rated movies out there, and this one does not have the graphics for that. This one is like top notch. Um, Quill tries to deliver his promise, and blasts turns into bubbles.
Cool.
Even his gun turns into fucking bubbles,
Wow.
all made by a reality stone. This is a quick
Yeah.
nod to Marvel vs. Capcom 2,
Yes.
which is a bubble infinite by Thanos himself. It's a move. It's an assist move that he does where he pretty much puts you in a bubble and encases you in it and holds you still for a little bit. And if you do it with the right character, you can loop that over and over and over again.
It's
It's
cheap.
pretty good damage, and just goes to show you how unbalanced that game was. Because they just made it, took it out, and they're like, "Can you
Yeah.
patch this?" And they're like, "What's a patch?"
There was no patch
It's
then. What the hell?
2002. What do we do with
Hell
what's a
no.
patch? Yeah. Um, but for anyone that got that reference the first time, that was to me. I had
Yeah.
a smile on my face. I was like, "That's crazy." They put
Yeah.
bubbles
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah. I like that one.
with Thanos. Shout outs to Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah.
Obviously, one of the greatest fighting game franchises of all
Of all
time.
time.
And somebody started a petition on getting us a fourth one, man, because this is getting ridiculous.
Yeah.
If we don't get one, I'm coming. I'm coming for you. I don't even know who the I don't know
The
who the
CEO.
who the
Yeah.
guy is from
Coming
Capcom.
for you though.
I'm coming for you. For
Yeah.
you know why
Oh.
Ono retired? Because I got him.
Oh.
He didn't
He's.
retire.
That's true.
Yeah, they just
He
couldn't find him.
said. Stream. He said, "Fine, I'll do it myself."
Imagine that Ono starts his own fucking thing.
His Avengers
His his,
team.
his own Marvel vs. Capcom game. That'd be too
Oh,
much.
that'd be cool.
Um, But yeah, so then Thanos takes Gamora away, kidnaps her off, and leaves Quill with not like he leaves the Guardians and he takes with him the Reality Stone and Gamora, his daughter, back. Cut back to the Avengers headquarters where Thunderbolt Ross makes another appearance via a projection. What is it called? Hologram meeting
Yeah, yeah.
with the rest of world leaders. They're talking about the fugitives. So obviously the fugitives are Cap and his team, and ironically, Cap's team arrives, and Rhodes is like, "Arrest them," and he's like, "Will do." He's like, "Swipe left," and he's like, "Nope, these guys are my homies." You know what I'm saying? I'm about to
Yeah.
crack a six pack and lay back because I haven't
Yep.
seen these dudes in a while. And a little awkward high between Bruce and Natasha.
Oh,
Uh, obviously,
there's music played too. Oh my
the
god.
last time they saw each other was I need you to turn that jet around, big guy, and left on red.
Yep.
Oof.
It's so rude.
Guys, guys
It's
have you
cold.
ever been left on red, man? That's how serial killers are made. You know what I'm saying? Girls, you need to calm down with that, okay? This is how incels are created.
Oh my god. Incel. The scariest thing is like incels going on Tinder and then not getting a match, and it's like,
Women!
that's the scariest
I hate
part.
women!
Yeah. My god.
You're not
That's a
wrong.
real fear.
That's a real fear, man.
Yeah.
To all the incels out there, stop being creepy, man. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
my number one advice. Be
I swear
yourself.
to God.
Don't try.
Stop trying.
Don't try to smell a woman's arm.
Yeah, X.
You know what I mean? Don't be creepy.
That's
Don't
so
hover. Don't
gross.
hover hand. Just be you, dude. That's the number one problem they have is they hate women, but they treat them like they're godlike.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
women
that's
find
true.
that creepy.
Yeah. Hello, my lady.
But lady, I will never hurt you, or I'm not a Chad.
Bleh.
You know.
Bleh.
Anyways, my fedora hasn't come in yet, but anyways, but yeah, really sentimental high from Bruce. It's kind of melancholy at the same time. You know, give each other a smile, and Sam Wilson's like, "It was awkward."
Mm.
Mm. Bruce tells them about Thanos' plan, and Vision offers to destroy the stone. Cap says, "We don't trade lives."
Oh my god,
Right.
iconic.
That's one of the main themes
Yeah,
of this two-parter movie. The universe lives. Charlie, like, Strange trading his life, Thanos trading Gamora's life, Tony trading his life, Thanos trading half the universe lives for a better future. But
jeez.
not trading lives is also something that is a occurring thing from all throughout the MCU. And sadly, it's what gets them defeated in the first place. Holding off on destroying the Mind Stone earlier before Thanos obtaining the Time Stone is one of the factors of their loss.
Yeah,
If
true.
they chose to trade lives now, credits, dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun, like up, right?
Well,
Um,
really sucks for Vision, guys, but
I
we did
mean,
it.
he's the one who offered, right? I mean,
Yeah,
Vision is the most logical person out there.
yeah,
I mean, this guy's with the Mind Stone and artificial intelligence made by
yeah, yeah,
Tony and Bruce. This guy is sees things in black and white if he has to, and to him, this is the most logical way: is that destroy the Mind Stone. But then, Wanda's like, "But Papi, you know,
yeah.
but Daddy, what am I gonna do without
Oh
you?"
my god,
You know what I'm saying? Um,
that's true.
and in the Endgame, when the Avengers traded lives, they ultimately win. So this is one of the things. Well, this is the lesson that they have to learn. They always have to go through mourning. Because if you really notice, from all the good guys, there hasn't been a lot of deaths from them throughout the MCU. You know,
Yeah.
and this is
Not a
something
lot.
that uh, not like they feel immortal or anything, but they feel confident that they can win without having to trade lives.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so you should remember this from here on out. This is pretty much all about trading lives, um, and trading places as well. Shout out to Usher. Uh,
Yeah. Ouch. I got my ankles clipped.
oh, I got hit. Stay tuned for part two. You've been me, I've been
With
you.
you.
Stay back, cause I'm gonna put it on your ass.
Yeah, the most obscure one too.
yeah, yeah. You're like, oh, I thought the song was done. This guy's
Yeah, yeah.
not done yet. Um, cut to Wakanda. Where now, uh, this is where the team decides to go because Steve knows that this is the safest place, or at least the most well guarded place um, that they can go to without having to cause casualties in America. Lol. Um, and also, he knows that they have way better tech that can maybe help them in the battle against Thanos. Right? They
True.
have to take the stone because the only other person that really knows how to do this is probably Shuri. Because Stark is all the way up there.
Yeah.
Bruce, spent a lot of time in as Hulk. How many PhDs does the Hulk have? Zero. Thor's like, Thor had no idea what a PhD was, hands down.
Yeah. For
um,
sure.
the team goes there to try and take the stone out without killing Jarvis, or sorry, Vision. Shuri would be the best help for that. And Bucky gets a new vibranium arm,
Oh, so beautiful.
all black, everything, man.
Oh my god. Murdered out.
Yeah,
So nice.
absolutely. This is like, I'm sorry, he's not the Winter Soldier anymore. He is the White Wolf.
Wow.
Uh,
That's Spencer right there. Hi.
so long, sucker. Uh,
Ah.
I don't know. Kind of don't like the White Wolf name.
I don't like it either.
Winter Soldier has a
Sounds
better.
dumb.
Yeah, Winter Soldier has a better zing to it. Like, I
I
know that
like it.
it's associated with mind controlled assassinations, but
Yeah.
come on.
Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
White Wolf?
what?
Come on. What is he?
Yeah, White
Fucking.
Wolf,
What is he? A lodge?
Great Wolf Lodge. Facts. Yeah, what
It's
is he,
true.
man? This isn't a franchise. You know what I mean? This is a man.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'll take it. Whatever. Try to be progressive, I guess.
Yeah. Whatever.
Um, yeah, he gets a new arm. Looks really cool. That's bro. Never really got any other highlights from it. No new. Didn't show any new tech or abilities that he can do. It just looks like same old arm.
Yep.
Just with a nice, you know,
Nice
paint job
finish.
now. Yeah. Because wasn't the old arm also vibranium?
um. No, it was just like really strong ass metal
What is
because it
this?
was
What is
Soviet.
this element? I believe this is SAM. What does that mean? Strong ass metal. So yes, that's
I don't know.
that's the scientific term.
Shit.
Strong ass metal, bro.
No, but Steve could crush the arm. Remember?
Did he?
Yeah, yeah. He
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah,
That's true. That's true. Yeah, it's
yeah,
not something that. Okay, so now I guess it's stronger now because it's
yeah.
definitely made out of
Oh yeah,
vibranium, right?
yeah. That's sick.
We cut back. Oops. We cut
Oh,
back
he can
to.
absorb shots with it too, like
Oh, you think so? It has that
like
tech.
blasts. Yeah.
Mm.
Shit, that's
It would have been
crazy.
cool to see that though. But
Next time
yeah, next time, baby.
in a TV show, on the TV show.
Yeah, hopefully, man. I mean,
Yeah,
hopefully they still continue on with that 'cause that looked
yeah,
pretty cool. That's a buddy cop system right
yeah.
there.
Like that.
Um, but cut back to Strange and Tony and Peter on Thanos' ship on the way to Titan. They have to stop Maw from getting the stone and killing Strange. So they pretty much became stowaways, and Ma has no idea that Peter and Tony are there. And Strange is being tortured by this needle
Acupuncture.
acupuncture type of thing.
Acupuncture.
Um, and it's Ma described it as originally designed for microsurgery. Ironic,
Oh,
since Strange used to be a top
yeah,
level surgeon, right?
yeah.
Now
Wow,
it's the thing that's
that's cool.
yeah, it's the thing that's hurting him is what he loved to do. Sometimes you gotta eat some humble
Wow.
pie, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, Tony scolds Peter for staying on the ship. Then he asks if Tony's seen this old movie Aliens or Alien, sorry, the first Alien. Um, and that's pretty much the plan was. We see that Peter has an affinity with old movies, 90s and 80s movies. Um, and they used that. You ever watch Alien?
I've never seen it. Actually, I've seen clips of it and shit. Not the full thing though. This
Oh,
was
okay.
Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah. Yeah, in the first Alien, this is how Sigourney Weaver or Ripley killed the first alien, was blasting a hole through the
Oh,
ship, and then the alien. It's literally frame by frame, like the way Ebony Maw was like, ah, like that.
oh,
That's where the alien was like
that's
spinning
sick.
in
That's
space.
sick.
For anyone that has loved the Alien series, that was probably a really dope nod and like straight frame from frame Easter egg right there.
That's pretty cool. I didn't
Um,
know that.
but yay, hooray! They saved, you know, Doctor Strange, and we got to see the Iron Spider legs for the first time. I was waiting for those to pop out because those were the iconic armaments that we see from the comics, the Iron Spider in the comics, and it's good to
Yeah,
see that this version in the MCU also has it. People in the theaters went wild.
that's so sick though.
Yeah, they're like, oh
Like
my
how?
god! One of
He's
the
like Doctor
girls,
Octopus.
one of the girls in the back was like, "How?" I was like, "What are you? What?
Yo, she's asking the right
Yeah, I'm
question
like, why
though.
are you asking open-ended questions?" That's what I told her.
Turn around. Why are you asking open-ended questions?
Yeah, it's a yes or no. That's what I wanted. Like, um,
That's
and
funny.
then they talk with Strange, and Strange says, "If it comes down to saving you," he's talking to Tony, "the kid or the time stone, I will not hesitate to have both of you die." And it's true.
Yeah,
This is something that he learned from the ancient one. Death is not the end.
yeah. Wow.
Death gives life meaning, right? So he already knows that. Um, well, there's a little foreshadowing later on where he does give up the time stone. You know, um, and it's sad, really, even for Strange. And the whole time, man, he's fucking shaking, dude. He's doing a good job. Benedict Cumberbatch. They're good at that. Really making it seem like it's not too much. Like he's not like, "Hey, Stark." You know what I mean?
Wait.
The Russos are like, "Okay,
Yeah,
calm down to the shaking."
take it easy. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like a little bit like that.
yeah.
You're good.
I like that. I
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. Um, and Tony makes a good point in taking the fight to Thanos. He's sick of all the innocent casualties that happen on Earth when stuff like this happens. And he also needs to end his paranoia once and for all. So Tony has a little
Yeah,
bit of confidence right now, and he's also right. You know, to help me with this ship. It's like, where are we going? He wants to go to Titan, right? The ship's going to Titan. Well, we're gonna take the fight to him, which is absolutely right because the fight that they did with imagine if this was on Earth and Thanos fucking used the moon, dead.
yeah,
Everyone's dead.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good idea. A good plan. You know.
Yeah, Tony, you're making some sense here. That's sick, man. I mean, for a person that's Tony's never been to space. This is for
Yeah,
him. This is like, okay, I'm in a new planet. Okay,
yeah,
let's just fight now. You know,
yeah.
Um,
because Earth has had its casualties.
Absolutely.
So
That's what
let's
Sokovia was made. You're not gonna
yeah,
want the
yeah,
Thanos.
yeah, yeah,
Uh, what is that called again? Accords. A Thanos Accords. After
yeah,
this, everybody has to sign this goddamn thing now.
yeah.
um,
It's gonna be away games only.
yeah, yeah. On the road, boys.
Yeah, you
Um,
look what happened to the Oracle. Shout out to the Golden State Warriors.
that's not the Oracle anymore. That's Scotiabank Arena. That's the Raptors
Factuals.
property, man. You don't know that?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Um, let's not talk about the last game. Anyways, cut to Thanos. Cut to Thanos and Gamora on his ship, where he explains, where the movie pretty much explains Thanos' reasoning. For a planet that's suffering when it comes to not having enough resources, too many people, killing half of the population will result in more food and resources for everyone. So technically, he thinks he's the savior in this scenario. This is where the craziness is, the insanity sets in, where he ignores the atrocities of having to kill a gazillion people and only focusing on. I mean, it's a positive goal. Yes, you will have more, but that's just because that's fucking math, right? If you have less people to feed, you'll have more food left over and whatnot, right? But you can only do that to robots where there's no feeling, there's no connection, there's nothing. You can't do that as a rational person. You shouldn't do that. This is where we see the insanity in his head. Some people are like he's as just as reasonable as the next guy because this is also a social issue that we've seen the world,
Yeah,
go
in our own
through.
world. Yeah,
Right? There's countries that are overpopulation. Um, you see the struggle in the resources they have, and it affects the
yeah,
economy
yep.
and the people that's living in it. And as much as people say they're like, there's a lot of comedians out there that say the same thing. We're like, if we just kill, Bill Burr said it right. I would just start sinking cruise ships. That's a good chunk, right? You get a good sample of people. You gotta get a lot of old people. You get some young. You got middle aged kids. You know,
Oh my God, no.
that's what Bill Burr said. He's like, if I was elected president, I'd do that entirely. I'd be tell everyone to gather up and be like, all right, everyone, under your seat is a clipboard, and if you didn't bring a pencil, you're already out. But yeah, overpopulation a thing, and the advance of technology and medicine is now prolonging the life expectancy of everybody,
Yeah,
which is keeping the population at a stagnant rate, right? Where it's like, okay, calm down. I know we have a lot of
yeah.
space, but it doesn't work like that, right? Um, I don't know. Of course, I disagree with Thanos. Shouldn't kill half the population because of that. That's just immorally wrong.
Don't do that. That's 5 to 10.
Don't do that. That's 5 to 10. And Thanos tortures Nebula. He uses the Power Stone and Reality Stone to like rip her apart. Technically, it's crazy. She's like a she's like a Gundam model, just
Yeah,
parts.
blown up, right?
Yeah, just fucking in a
It's like those
diagram.
those posters. And yeah.
Yeah, I was like, this looks like
Ooh,
uh Ontario Museum. This looks like Rome. Is it
Rome.
Rome? Is it? What is it? I've never been there. It looks like Rome.
It's just ROM.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah. What
ROM,
would
not
what would the E stand
ROAM.
for actually?
There's no A. There's no art because it's just museum.
Okay, I thought it was ROAM,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Rome.
Rome. That.
Royal Ontario Museum.
Yeah, not art museum, just
Wouldn't that
museum.
make sense to put ROAM? with the
Yeah,
art.
but there's not art. It's like dinosaur bones and shit. So it's like a museum,
Oh,
like Night at the Museum.
oh. Shout out to Ben Stiller.
Yeah,
Um, I should probably go there. Right?
you should. I actually, I'm in a book. Uh,
Ooh,
I think it was like what, 100 years of Rom or something.
you're in there?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like a profile of you?
No, I have a photo in a book because, and then this book was a bunch of like writers, like Chris Hadfield was in this book.
Which one is he?
He's the Canadian astronaut.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, yeah,
Dude, you're in
and
the same status as a Canadian
that's
astronaut, technically.
I know I'm yo.
It's galactic right
Yeah,
there.
if you go to the gift shop, there's a book there. It's like a big yellow book. So
Does it have a
and
bunch of phone numbers in it?
I don't know. That's hilarious.
Wow, holy shit. How much is this book? You know?
Uh, I don't know. I never bought it because they sent me two
Oh,
copies.
yo, this guy is a
Yeah.
celebrity, man. Did you make a story of it?
Where is it?
Instagram? You're
I
like
did. I
you're
did.
like,
Yeah.
thanks a lot, Rob. Yo, follow Rob. They're
It was
making some
like
good shit.
it was like 2012. It was like 2013 or something like that. So it was like quite a while ago.
Guys, if any of you listening right now, if you want to see some greatness, head down to the Royal Ontario Museum.
Museum.
No arts, apparently, just
Nope.
dinosaur bones. Go to the gift shop,
Yeah.
look for a yellow book, 'cause my man Raymond will be in there.
Yes, sir.
Double page spread.
Yep. Actually, yeah,
Uh,
double page. Uh,
this
yeah.
guy's in the. This is a highlight, man.
I'm on 3 pages.
You're
It's
you're
sick.
you're immortalized. You know that?
It's godlike, actually.
Yeah, technically, because they're not
Technically,
gonna
yeah.
make another one of these for another 100 years, because that's what the book is about, right?
Yeah, it's true.
So cool.
Yo, I photographed this thing that was like 135 million years old bug
Such.
in a petri dish with like preservative. And then I wasn't allowed to touch it. The scientist was there and I had to like tell him, okay, move it. Okay, move it. And this is like old dude. It's so crazy.
Holy shit. He was probably also 135 million years old.
I've been keeping this bug.
I was born the same year as this bug. As the cavalries came in and the janissaries are coming, I was like, what the fuck? How old are you?
What did you just say?
Wow, yeah, shout outs to Rob, shout outs to Art,
Damn.
shout outs
How
to
did we get to
museums.
this topic?
Um, I have no idea. Oh, yeah, because I was gonna say that Gomorrah looks like one of those things in
In a
ROM.
museum.
Yeah, like I guess like dinosaur bones, like an exhibit, right? Because she's like all blown up and stuff like that. And this is pretty much a way for Gamora, like making Gamora tell him where the Soul Stone is. This is after Thanos reminds her that she's bad at lying, man, because he, as a father, never taught them to lie.
Yeah,
And this gets brought up a lot. This was brought up in Guardians 2, and this will get brought up again in Endgame. So, as much as of a bad guy Thanos is, lying is not one of his traits, which is
it's
a
pretty cool.
scary thing to hear from an antagonist slash protagonist.
Yeah.
But anyways, Gamora caves in. Right? He's like, fine, I'll tell you. Fuck. Like this version is here, where it is. Anyways, cut back to Rocket and Thor, and
Oh
Rocket and
God,
Thor have
like
this conversation where they talk about Thor's past and about his motivations, about having to fight Thanos and you know what happened to him, and this sets it up like his clear depression in Endgame, right? Because Thor has been broken down pretty much ever since the first movie, where he had the perfect life of you know being the next king. All his family members are alive. He's part of the Earth's mightiest heroes. And as the years went on, it's just, you know, everybody dying around him.
That's crazy.
His Asgard is blown up. His brother's actually dead right when they were sort of having a better relationship. And he's like, and it's sad because at the end he's like, if he says I'm wrong, then what more can I really lose? You know, which says a lot about like why is he
Yeah,
still fighting? You
yeah.
know, it's like he's never fought me. He's like he has and he won. Well, he never fought me twice. You know,
What are you saying, guy?
yeah. But that this, it really says a lot about Thor's confidence and will.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah. It's true.
and we also learned that he's 1,500 years old at this point.
Yeah,
You know,
it's old.
this man's been around. He's a
Yeah,
god.
yeah. And he was just a prince, at the
Yeah,
time when we met him. So
yeah.
1,500 as a prince. That's like what, 16?
I guess yeah. It's like 1,000 per 1 year.
Yeah,
God damn,
that's
man.
crazy.
We don't know how time works in Asgard. Maybe every 1 year in Earth, maybe 10 years over there. We never know. Maybe that's why to them it's like 1,500 years. It's like Japan, right?
Yeah,
A
but
dollar is like 100 yen, and you're like, I don't know how that works, but sure,
it's 1,000.
whatever. See,
It's a
even that's
lot.
yeah, that's like
Doesn't make sense.
the conversion, right? Um, it's sad. It's a little sad, but he gets a new eye from his friend who is obsessed with robotic parts,
Yeah.
body parts. A bionic eye. Bionic eye.
That's what I thought when I saw it too.
Oh my god.
Adrenaline.
OTG. Bionic eye.
He dropped it. OTG.
Bionic eye. Shout outs to Marn. Shout outs to
Kababing.
Marn. Damn it. That's what you hear from Marn, right?
Damn it. He
Fuck.
could still come back. He could still come back.
Anyways, they arrive at Nidavellir and it looks abandoned or inactive. Looks a little dark. Thor's like, I don't think this thing works. So I couldn't see anything. And it's like, no, it's working. It's just super dark in here. Um, he goes and lands and looks around. He's like, oh, the dwarves. Supposed to be dwarves here. Then fucking out of nowhere, this fucking huge ass dwarf comes. Starts trying to fucking scrap up. He's
Oh
squaring
my
up
god.
with him. And we learned that his name is Ichri, played by Peter Dinklage.
Yes,
And
sir.
his most famous role is obviously from Game of
Elf.
Thrones.
Oh, right.
Well, was he an elf?
No, in Elf, he played
An elf?
a writer.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
I know, about to probably piss off a lot of people right now, but I'm not a big fan of Elf. Only watched it once, did not like it, and I have never
Oh
watched it again.
man,
Uh,
that's
your
fine.
face is like,
That's fine.
yeah,
No, I just say because we see it every Christmas for some reason. So for
really?
some stupid ass
Oh, like your
reason.
family?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. If my family friends come over, it's like, what are we doing? Oh, we're gonna watch Elf.
Oh, wow.
But then nowadays we drink, so that's
While
nice.
watching Elf.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Ours is Rush Hour 2.
Oh,
Yeah, that's,
God,
that's
like
that's the movie we watch every single Christmas.
Christmas.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
God, like not just one, but like the actual two.
And you know how nobody uses DVDs anymore?
Yeah.
It's because of that. Because this DVD has been hooked up to this TV for years, and that
That's
CD has never left.
so
Yeah,
good. Holy
so we
shit.
just turn it on and play. But that's
Nice.
crazy. I mean, Elf is more themed. It's a better themed movie for the occasion. Rush Hour 2, it's not. If it was Die Hard, sure, but you know,
Yeah,
come on, Lee.
yeah.
Uh,
We could have had something. We could have been together. We could have had something special.
that's number one. Yeah, with Sang-Zi.
Oh.
Who Ricky Tan? Who the hell Ricky Tan? You Ricky Tan?
Everybody we can dance.
Everybody make a tan.
Come
um,
on, titty, titty, titty. Get the titties out. Oh shit.
oh
Chris
man,
Tucker, vintage Chris Tucker.
America, you want to come to America? That all the lines there are so good, dude.
He can't do that anymore. Okay.
Um, anyways, Ichiri the blacksmith is from also from the comics, and we learn that they are usually the ones that forge weapons for Asgardians, and in return, the Asgardians are supposed to protect them. What you thought? We're supposed to protect us, though. You know, and Thor's kind of like, shit, my bad, dog. You know, he said MB, dog,
Yeah.
DAWG. Asgard's kind of it's a little rough there, you
It's
know.
been looted,
Yeah.
man.
We got raided by this
Yep.
dude named fucking Surtur.
Yeah.
Um, but anyways, we learned that Thanos forced him to forge the gauntlet, and he also melted his hands to stop him from further making new weapons, which is a
He
little gruesome.
melted?
Yeah, because his hands are melted,
Is it melted or is it
like encased in like
yeah, oh it's
uru metal, I
oh
guess.
that's crazy.
Yeah, so he can't
Whoa. But
help.
can't he just how does he get it out?
How does he get what out?
The Uru. Is that like unbreakable?
Yeah, that's why
Oh
like
shit.
Thanos did that to him.
So the
He's
only way is to melt it with the dying star and it'll melt his hand off.
technically, I don't really know. Yeah,
Fuck.
his hand is in there, probably encased in there. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
All I know is that Thanos did him dirty. For a blacksmith to lose his hands, man, that's like you as a Marvel player. You know, what if you accidentally, God forbid, lose one of your thumbs? It's over.
Oh my god. I will play with my feet on a hitbox. I don't give a
Ooh.
shit.
Ooh. You're like Broly legs. You
Yeah.
know him?
Oh, you know what? Actually, I don't know what that is. What is that? Does he play with?
Yeah, he's like super disabled. He plays with his face.
Ux.
Yeah, with his tongue, he's like. I'm not
No
joking.
way. I gotta see this
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah. He plays
What?
Street Fighter Five. Like he's super
5?
Street Fighter Five. Yeah, and
Oh.
he goes top 16, man. Like he gets up there.
How does he? Okay, I gotta see this
Yeah, his
shit.
name is Broly Legs. Check it out later when you have the time. But Broly Legs, pretty easy name to.
Yeah,
What were you saying?
I forgot. What was I saying?
I forgot. You were about to say something before I said Broly Legs. He melted his
Oh,
hands.
I was gonna say the you know the racing car pedals.
Yeah.
Could use that for directionals and
Oh
jump.
wow. Yeah,
So like
left and right,
yeah.
and then what? Jumping would be
I don't know. Like
both together.
it would no, it would be like four pedals.
Oh wow, these guys playing the piano.
No, I'm playing DDR
If you
actually.
lose one thumb, just might as well go to stick. Isn't that that be a better?
No, no. If I lose a hand, I have to use my feet, and then one
And
hand
yeah, one hand
could
is
do
the thing.
the attacks. But I'll do DDR for the directionals, which is actually sicker. Yeah, imagine
Yeah,
like dashing with the DDR pad.
yeah, dude. You'd be actually be blink dashing on the pad as you're like Captain America. You're like on the DDR pad. So what is happening on this? Is it exorcism? What's going on?
I gotta see that shit.
Um, where are we? Shit. Okay. But yeah, he melted his hands, so he can't make any other weapons, and now they're stuck there in Nidavellir.
Oh
Back on
no.
Thanos' ship, Nebula escapes, contacts Mantis. Like, yo, reach Titan.
Oh, that's who she called. Okay,
On my
okay.
way. OM dubs, that's what he said. You know, this
Yeah.
is the equivalent to your boys. Yo, want to meet up? All right, terminal. All right, easy. You know, this the Titan is a terminal right now where everybody
Wow.
meets up. I don't know if you guys know, but during high school there was a lot of fights in the terminal between two schools because
Yep. I don't know why.
depends on what color sweater you got on.
Yeah,
You wear vestas.
it's so weird.
Public schools they're the espionage because they have no uniform, so they're
Yeah.
it's like, "What's up, son?" TLK, bro. Ah, stabs in the head. You're like, "Oh no, that was TLK."
Oh no, run!
Run.
That's so funny. Yeah, it's
Um,
weird. We all get the same. We all get the same uniform from R.J. McCarthy anyway.
McCarthy's man. They're racking. That's a monopoly right there. They're racking up
Yeah,
some money right
that's
there.
crazy. Yeah,
Um,
not this year, baby.
why is that? Oh yeah, true. Imagine if you got to do it through Zoom. Like, hey, you guys wearing uniform? Like, how shitty is
That's
that?
that would be stupid as fuck. Like, at that point, you'd think as a Catholic kid, be like, okay, that's not for me.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'd be playing Marvel while I'm in
Yeah.
class if I was like in Zoom class. This in this era.
Oh shit, that would be sick actually, and they can't stop you.
Yeah,
You
I'd be
know,
like, stop playing. I'm like, all right, first to 10, I'll stop. Tony's, sorry,
that
the
would be lit.
fucking
Because
teacher's getting
you would
bodied.
just have to parsec. You have a controller? All right,
Connect up, bitch.
yeah,
That's what I say. I
let's
mean,
go.
Miss.
I'm Miss Green.
Miss Green. Anyways, back on Titan, Tony and the gang crash land, and we learned that this is Thanos' home planet, and it looks super barren. Um, doesn't look like a nice planet at all. And we also learned that the gravity is not 100%, so there are some bounds to it, with Mantis doing some exercises and whatnot. Um, and this is where they meet with Quill, which is a super funny exchange, right? Because it's just like Quill is sort of not another Tony Stark, but like a kiddie Tony Stark. You get the ego, you get the leader of the pack thing, and he said, "Where's Gamora?" Is I'll do you one better. Who's Gamora? They have no idea who Gamora is. Fucking Drax is being an idiot. I'll do you one better. Why is Gamora? And then Doctor Strange was like, which master do you serve? Quill's like, what do you mean, which master? Am I supposed to say Jesus?
Jesus.
And he's like, it's like, you're from Earth. And I say, no, I'm from Missouri. Yeah, Missouri's on Earth, idiot. Quill hasn't been back to Earth in a very long time.
It's so
Um,
funny.
he's more of a space noid, really, and less of a Terran boy.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
they both learn that they have a common enemy, which is this Thanos guy. And now they have to deviate a plan, to defeat this man that's coming through. This is like in high school, man, when you're like, yo, me and you after school fight football field. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You go there early with your boys. And you're like, from afar you look like you're spitting bars or whatever. But I don't know what you're talking about. But you're ready to fight.
Yeah,
High
yeah.
school fights back then had a different type of feeling,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it
I
was
wonder
like
if that still
this.
happens.
I don't know. It's probably like progressive fights.
Oh,
They probably just
boo.
protest each other. That's it.
Oh,
Um,
that's not gonna work.
oh wow! Shouts to Hong
Just
Kong.
kidding.
Support the
Just
protest, man.
kidding. Only in high school
Uh,
fights it doesn't work.
boycott Mulan.
Yeah,
Uh,
for real.
anyways, back to Thor. Nidavellir. We learned that the new weapon is called Stormbreaker, and yeah, this is from the comics as well. And the history behind it is that where it's from? From Beta Ray Bill? Is
Yeah.
that where Stormbreaker first made
He
its appearance?
wields he wields Stormbreaker. I don't know how he got it, but
Um,
he
from
wields
what
it.
from what I know, Beta Ray Bill is a known warrior, and Odin got cheesed at Thor once. He's like, you know what? Give me your fucking hammer. I'm gonna give it to Beta Ray Bill, while Thor learns the lesson of being humble. And when Thor becomes humble and is now worthy again, he gets Mjolnir back, and then Beta Ray Bill's like, yo, what is this, bro? You can't just take something back and then Odin's like, oh yeah, here, Stormbreaker.
Oh yeah. Here's a.
Oh, I got some. Yeah. Oh, here you go. And he's like,
It's
oh,
so much
sick.
better. It's just
Yeah.
like nice.
Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Uh, so that's how I know of Stormbreaker in the comics. Obviously,
Nice.
that's layman's terms. That, I'm sure the story is more sentimental and epic than that, but that's from what I know. They have the mold for it, which is that slab thing. But they must restart the forge. They need to awaken the dying star, which looked a little bit, you know, complicated. But we'll get to see that more later on. Back on Titan, Tony and the Guardians are stuck waiting for Thanos and must devise a plan. And this is where we learn about their chances from Strange, because he's like, right? He's like, does your friend do that normally? And he says that he watched 14,605 realities. Tony's like, how many of those do we win? He says, one is the
This one.
loneliest number. He's about to bust out on that song as, but yeah, 14,605.
Yo, this guy had the time to check.
Like that's
That's
like
a lot.
that's like farming for an epic item, and you have to. The chances of you getting that item is 14 million. Hell no, I'm not farming for that.
Nope.
I'm fucking hacking the game.
I am real world trading today.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. So that's and there's a lot of factors into it, right? There's a lot of factors, and we see in Endgame what those factors are. And the number one factor, in my opinion, is that rat pushing that button.
Yeah,
That's
that's
literally
the one.
probably gave it an extra 10 million
Yeah,
chances.
yeah,
That rat could have pushed any button on that fucking pad, but it chose to choose that one.
yeah.
So that was definitely a 10 millionth chance. Um, yeah. Back with Thanos and Gamora, they arrive in Voromir, which is where we learn the Soul Stone is. And guess who's back?
Ooh.
Back again, again, again. Red Skull's back, back, back. Tell a friend, right? Red Skull comes through. He's like, like, ooh, that's not Hugo Weaving, is it? Nope, different
No, no.
actor. Hugo
Yep.
Weaving said, "Fuck Marvel, too much makeup." You gotta admit, he looked really good,
Yeah.
um, but he seems to know everything. Gamora, daughter of Thanos, Thanos, son of Alaz, and he explains the process of acquiring the Soul Stone. If only if it were that easy. That's what he said, right? And it's crazy how when they're going up there, Thanos is like leading the way, and they see Red Skull come through. Thanos like holds Gamora back, a little protective, 'cause shows you
Yeah.
the
Interesting.
paternal instinct that he has, right? Regardless if Gamora believes Thanos' love for her, right? Like, there's instincts that he has, and we learned that in order to acquire the Soul Stone, he must lose that which you love. And then Gamora's like, sucker, you don't love shit. You don't even
Haha.
like, yeah.
In your face. That justice system burns, doesn't it?
And our face. So he said, oils, you cooking? Uh, um, and then Gamora realizes what's happening because Thanos is already starting the waterworks. He's like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry, little one. She's like, what? Tries to take the fucking dagger from his hilt, tries to stab herself. Boom, bubbles.
Again.
My God,
Yeah, yeah,
this
yeah.
guy's chewing gum,
Yep.
blowing bubs, and that's when Gamora knew this is it. And
Yeah.
it's like it's kind of sad that Gamora doubted Thanos' love for her, but the fact that he got the stone proves that it was real. That he really lost someone
Yeah.
that which he loves. Right? Goes to show that even dads who are horrible can still love a family, man. There's a lot of serial killers out there that had families that they protected with all their lives and would not bat an eye when it comes to a random person and just chop him up to pieces.
Ugh,
Go home. Yeah, man. John Wayne Gacy, the clown killer,
that's crazy.
the Iceman killer. The Iceman killer would take his like his victims to a cave and he would like pour honey all over them and he'd release like a rabid rats on them and he'd watch them
Rats.
just get gnawed to death. And he'd go
Wow.
home and say hi to his daughter and in the interview he's like I will never hurt my daughter, like I will never hurt my family, like but
Jesus
he can
Christ.
just easily do all these other things. So this shows you that a father's love is different. Crazy to be sentimental when talking about serial killers, but
But
you
that's
know,
what Thanos is?
practically,
Yeah.
he doesn't look at any other life aside from the ones that he holds dear as someone as important. So he's just like
Yeah.
snap of his fingers, right?
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
cut back to Wakanda. Cap arrives with the team and meets Bucky for a long while. Yo, besties. Only Cap greets him since the rest of the team weren't all that friendly with him before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't really go to
Yeah.
Rhodey and be like, what up, what up, what up, what up?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
Bruce
true.
Banner does has no idea who he is.
Yeah.
And Natasha, do you even remember me, right? I mean, they should have been like, hey, what up, Soviet? Soviet represent
It's
or
so
whatever.
funny, but
And it's
they didn't
funny
work that
when
in.
when Bruce was like, "Are we supposed to bow?" or
Yeah.
whatever. And Rhodey's like,
Rhodey.
"Yeah, he's the king. We don't do that here." And it's like a nice tease, between
I
two
like that.
guys. And Bruce is like, to him, it's still very new because he's like, "Man, I
Yeah.
just came from space. I'm
Yeah.
back
Yeah.
on Earth now. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know who this
Tony's
black,
got
I don't know who this Wakanda.
nanotech.
Yeah, like, what's going on? Like,
Fuck.
everything's crazy. Avengers is broken up. Like, Shuri shows her sheer intelligence level by being able to work on vision, but it'll take a minute still. That's what she pretty much said. Um,
Yeah. All the
summarization.
time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
She sounded Jamaican almost. It's like, give me all the time or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's
I
trying
need
to
all
sound
the
like
time.
grime rap from the UK, right?
Yeah. I like that.
So, yo, can you do this, Shuri? It's like, yeah, but it'll take a minute still. It's a mission and a half. Like, no cap, still.
Yeah.
Um, Thanos now his forces attack Wakanda, and then, engage all defenses, right,
Yeah.
and get this man a shield. Famous line. Um, and then Cap looks at him and he's like nods, and he gets a cool little shield later on, which are like fist shields.
Yeah.
I don't know what they were.
They're vibranium though, so
Did you
it's
like
probably
those? Did you like the weapon?
well, not really, but you know, I don't think the round shield will really help in this situation either.
I wanted him to be able to throw something.
Yeah, yeah.
That to
That's
me, I
that's the
mean,
only thing.
yeah, I mean, this one is still pretty cool, like two mini shields or whatever. But
Yeah.
like, if he was able to throw something and get back, that would have been dope. How about if they made a Marvel 4 and this is his weapon?
Oh, that's kind of ass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nah.
Would not,
That's a good way to put the question.
yeah, would not
Yeah.
put in my team.
Yeah. Because he said get him a shield. He didn't say get this man a dual wield shield.
Yeah, get this man shields.
Yeah. So we're coming to expect a sick like what's a Wakandan shield gonna look like?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, it's just like,
you gave Bucky a Wakandan arm, but
yeah.
I get the fucking what is this?
Cap
The
was like
Wonder
his
Woman,
fucking.
the bangles.
This guy's cufflinks. So he gave him. You know what I mean? His Toblerone. What is this, bro? Um, But
Toblerones.
Thanos comes through with like
Mm,
more weird ass ships. These Toblerone Hershey's Kisses type things just slam on the ground, and they try to blow the city up. But force field, homie, what you know
that's
about
sick.
vibranium tech, son?
That's
You know what I'm
crazy.
saying? Um, so the war is kind of like starting over there, and back on Nidavellir, Thor tries to manually start the forge, using a rope and a rabbit, pretty much, which is like pretty
Rope
X,
rabbit. Yeah.
um, on how he did it, which is like, and it's,
Yeah.
I love how like Rocket still has no idea how strong Thor is. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? You just have a rope with you, and he just starts swinging, and he's like, ah.
Yeah. That's kind of
Like
crazy.
to Thor, this is just another day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he
You just,
knows his strength, right?
yeah.
But
That's crazy.
yeah, Rocket's like, yo, this guy's fucking hardcore, and he's like, more power, Rabbit. um, and then we finally see that the star shines crazy, like just crackling up like frozen bits or whatever. Very satisfying ASMR sounds. Um, and we see how bright it is. And now we understand why Thor says, why is this thing's not working? Why is everything so dark? This is usually the vision he sees when visiting Nidavellir. He's
Yeah.
not used to it. He's not used to the sun ever being off. So
True.
it's really cool realization. And wow, it starts, but it slowly closes back down because something's wrong with the doohickey thing. And fucking Dinklage is like, damn it, right? Which is,
I love that one.
yeah,
Damn it.
damn it.
Like fucking space people say damn it.
Yeah, I mean, what else are they? What else are they gonna say?
I don't
Uh,
know. Fuck.
you can't jump an F bomb in an MCU movie.
Oh shit, that would have
Tangin
been
na, they
great.
should just use like, anak ng pucha, like. um, cut back to Wakanda and the armies gather, and we see that the Jabari tribe join in. Hey, shoutouts to M'Baku,
Yeah.
which is one of the coolest characters from the Black Panther movie. Uh, T'Challa says to Proxima by the shield, Thanos will have nothing but dust and blood. Ooh,
Ooh, foreshadowing.
ooh, foreshadowing. What, T'Challa? Why you gotta jinx? Why you gotta jinx it like that, man?
Damn it.
Because you
Damn
turn
it.
into dust, and the people that are left, guess what?
I
They're
know.
bloody. They're wounded.
Yeah.
That's Thanos will have
Jesus.
his dust and blood, but not in the way you think.
I know.
Thanos minions try to go through the shield, and they're pretty much like savages, right? They just like try to fucking squeeze in through there and like
Yeah,
cutting
they don't
themselves
care.
in half and dying in the force field. And Okoye says they're killing themselves, and this is where we see that the enemy does not hesitate to trade lives,
Yeah.
which ultimately gets them the win.
Yeah.
This
Wow.
is the another contrast between the two. Thanos, you must lose what you love. That decision was quicker than fucking Natasha and Clint. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, here you go, barter, Silk Road, like trade up,
Yeah, they took a while.
right? Trade request, right?
Yep.
RuneScape, that's what it
Accept.
is. Accept,
Double
Soulstone,
accept.
Gamora, done.
All right. TY, NP, go your separate ways.
TYNP facts, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, T'Challa chants Ibambe, which
Ooh.
isn't his tribe's chant, but what's her name? Nakia's
Yeah.
tribe
The
from the
river.
River Tribe. A nice sentiment to
Yeah.
his loved one during this time.
Hey.
He was feeling a little frisky there. He's like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
Nakia, Ibambe, right? We don't know where Nakia is. We're not even sure if she's coming back in the next movie. Apparently, the actress has no interest in continuing that character anymore. So I'm not sure
Damn.
what's happening, but hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully she does come back. because with the recent loss of Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther needs the most support he can get.
Yes,
Uh, Maybe she'll be the next Black Panther. Never know.
maybe.
Um,
You take the herb.
yeah, that's the number one thing, that no more herb, unless like they do a retcon thing where like actually there's one.
Ooh.
Shh, don't tell them, or they go to an alternate universe where Killmonger didn't burn it, bring some
Yeah,
herbs back, right? You can always find a way.
yeah, yeah. Get a
Um,
cutting. Get a fucking seed. Like,
yeah,
start a
man,
seed bank. God damn it.
that's what I'm saying, bro. Yeah, grow some
Yeah,
Kush while
dude.
you're at it. Um,
Yeah, sick grow room.
uh, Cap and T'Challa lead the charge with their enhanced speed. Fucking crazy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, Cap is a step behind T'Challa and always on his left. This guy with the left, man. Why is he always on your left? Why can't you be on the right
On your
side?
left. On your
Instead
left.
on your left. Bucky uses his M16. Like, can't you just give this man a laser gun? Like, you got fucking Kumot shields and you have spears that have like lasers coming
Lasers.
out.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
this guy has to use ammo. Like, he's gonna run out of
Why?
ammo.
He's got to look like America. That's why.
I guess
Yeah.
that's the
This is the American
White
way.
Wolf things, right?
Yeah,
WW things.
yeah.
Rhodey with a napalm drop.
Oh yeah, that's
Fuck, his
Oxage,
suit is fucking crazy in this one.
dude.
Um, and
You
of
know what? I
course,
really appreciate that scene now where Rhodey asks for everything for the upgrade, because now I realize that that's what distinguishes him from Iron Man is that it's the
he's
firepower is
literally a war machine. Like this
yeah,
is, yeah, like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's not just like you know
Tiny rockets. No, no,
practical,
no.
like practical advanced. It's like bombardment, like
Yeah, yeah,
aerial assault, because he's a
yeah.
pilot, right? So yeah, really cool. I mean,
He's
that's from
OP actually.
Justin Hammer, right?
Yeah,
Everything. I want everything. Um, and of course, Cap with the double vibranium knuckle shields. Talked about that already. Give that a
that's all right.
6.5 out of 10.
Yeah, yeah. At least
6.5
there
out
was
of 10.
something.
Yeah, at least he's not barehanded. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
I would get like vibranium like gloves, like Michael Jackson gloves.
yeah.
Just score up with that.
Yo, but I think they did that on purpose to kind of contrast between the new, like the Avenger that's yet to come,
Who?
yet to arrive to Wakanda. Because when you see the words blank arrives in Wakanda, you know who we're talking about.
Oh, so wait, does like that's why
That's why
um
they gave him an underpowered weapon.
oh, because
Yeah,
then the overpowered weapon has yet to come.
yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
actually. I mean,
yeah.
obviously you gotta have some balance, right?
Yeah,
Um,
this was pre-patch.
and it's also dope to finally see an army to army battle in the MCU. Now
Yeah,
I know we've seen it in Thor before, but that it wasn't in this caliber. This was
yeah,
like
yeah,
almost a Lord of the Rings
yeah.
type
Oh,
of
so
like,
good.
yeah, dude. I mean, this is, and then it looked like for the most part was actual actors. I know in the
Yeah,
Endgame one, a lot of it was CGI, but this one had the
there
tribes
was.
people and like the Chitauri and all that stuff, mocap
Yeah,
even, like it just so raw.
yeah,
Like to have the field and like the clash thing to see that, like
yeah. I
this
like how
is
they shot there.
ridiculous, dude. I mean,
Yeah,
this is what Lord of the Rings was known for, or even Braveheart. A
yeah,
lot of old movies back then set in the medieval times or Middle Earth. This is what we need to see, man. It's dope, and it's not just like dudes with like shields and swords. We got fucking dudes with napalms and
yeah,
robotic arms and like enhanced fucking suits and shit. Like this is Marvel. This is
yeah.
like
This actually
superhero.
is Clash of Two Worlds.
Yeah, superhero AF. I mean,
Yeah,
this movie bleeds superheroes.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, Back on Native Lear, Thor has no choice but to take on a full force of a star. It will kill you. This is but only if I die. Yes, that's what killing you means. Thor again with a stupid comeback. Of course, bleeding with confidence in that one. He doesn't hesitate to put his body on the line in order to gain a weapon to ultimately defeat Thanos, or what he thinks is going to defeat Thanos. Um, this guy fucking held that on for a good while. This guy's like, ah,
That's crazy.
yeah. And he's like, wait a little bit longer. Right? This guy
Teka lang, teka lang, teka lang.
Teka, 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 teka. And he fucking passes the fuck out, right?
Yeah.
Falls to the floor, fucking Ichiri tries to smash the mold out with his fucking metal hands. And he's like, the handle. Where's the handle? This guy was not prepared, bro. Like, you could have been looking for the handle when you're like, yes, that's what killing you means. You could have looked for the handle. This reminds me of the remember Malcolm in the Middle. Well, when Reese was like baking, and he's like, "You don't understand. If you don't take it out at that specific time in the oven, this will ruin the entire like,
Oh, and he uses his hand.
yeah, the entire like turkey or like the cake or whatever." And it's like, ding! It's like it's done. It's done. Where are the mints? Where are the mints? It's like, I don't know. I don't know. It's like we don't have time. I have to do this. No, Reese. He uses his hand. He's like, ah. He's like, put it on the table. Move the mints. The mints are on the table. Oh
Yo.
man. Um, but Groot comes through, stops playing his little video game for a second there and creates the handle with his branch.
That's nice.
I know why we actually put it here. It reminds me of the scene from Malcolm in the Middle. Yeah. Um, and we see Thor's hand, kind of
I've
like.
never heard it been broken down like that before.
What do you mean? Like,
Like he wasn't prepared.
it's true, bro. Like, how do you make this like? Now you're looking for the handle. Like, fuck.
I'm
What,
fucking dying.
what kind of blacksmith are you, bro? This guy's not
Yeah.
thinking. Uh,
He's the god's blacksmith. He's Odin's blacksmith. And he can't find a fucking handle.
yeah, practically, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and then like you see Thor's hands, like glowing a bit with electricity, and like the fucking Stormbreaker is levitating.
I like how Ichi dropped in. In theory, it could summon the Bifrost. And you're like, what the fuck do you mean?
Yeah,
It,
I mean
like the
definitely.
sword?
Oh, like the bridge. That's what
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
called, right? The Bifrost. And you kind
Yeah,
of
but
see
like,
it in the mold. So if you look
oh,
at the mold, like the square, it has the same shape that the Bifrost leaves when you, like that symbol when the
ooh,
Bifrost hits the ground.
yeah,
It has a symbol
interesting.
on it.
What the fuck? That's sick.
Yeah. So I guess that's like it's imbued with the power to open up rainbow bridges without
With
having
dark
to,
energy.
yeah, without having to. I don't even know what the technology is with that fucking sword thing.
Yeah, with the weird, like, Death Star ray.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like fucking. What's
Yeah,
that
wow.
room that Professor X has?
The Cerebro.
Yeah, it looked like that.
Cerebro.
Um, Back on Titan, Thanos arrives and shit goes fucking down. He has a
Yeah.
little conversation and he explains what happened to his home planet and uses the reality stone to give us a view of what it used to look like. And it looked nice, man. It was like a park, you know? And then sooner or later he said as the population grew, poverty became apparent, resources were thin, food was scarce, and he proposed the idea of what he's doing now to the council. They called him a madman, which is a throwback or a nod to his nickname in the comics is the Mad Titan. Um, and he's like, you know, he called me a madman, but it works. It would have worked because he started doing it to other planets, but he ultimately could not save his own home planet, which is why it looks like that now. Um, and then Strange asked him, "And what would you do after this is all done?" He said, "I would watch the sunrise and rest." You know, this guy thinks he's God, man. On the seventh day, God rested. This guy thinks
Jeez.
this is what this is gonna do. So
Wow.
I'm gonna sit down and fucking listen to some tunes, maybe Illmatic.
No.
That's what he. That's what he said. I'm
They
gonna have,
shoot in.
yeah, I'm gonna have Illmatic and Blueprint.
Wow.
That's what he
Oh.
said. Yeah, maybe a little bit
X.
of LOX.
Wow.
Money, power, respect. That's
Oh my God.
kiss of death.
That's
Aha!
that's the top three album you'd take to the garden.
All New
Jeez.
York, all New York.
Yep.
The New York, the New York beats is too much for Thanos, man. Thanos
Yo,
is
it's Chris G's
originally
in the house.
Thanos is originally from New York. That's
Oh
why.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why.
He's like, in time you'll know what it's like to lose, kid. Aha! um,
I'm inevitable.
shout outs to New York rappers.
Yeah. That's
Um,
what Jadakiss who said, "It's Marvel, baby."
yeah, yeah. If Sipes, he says if
Yeah.
Sipes, right? Like, the fuck does that mean? Um,
Ifs.
but they just start going at it. They go through with Quill's plan. Peter with a maximum mystical spider, right? Going
Yeah,
through
sick.
portals, um, doing his spider attacks things. Strange with the plethora of spells as usual. Nebula comes through, crash landing attack. Seems like that's her way of attacking
Yeah.
with a ship
Surprise with ship. Yeah.
and landing on you and starts with the batons
Nice.
starts fucking
That's her hard tag.
drum lining you, Nick Cannon style, right?
Drum line. No.
Yeah, that's what she pretty much
Oh
did
my god. From the vault.
from
He
the
locked it up. He's like, nobody remember this, okay?
with Nick Cannon. You think that,
Yeah.
yo, he shouldn't be, man. That's a dope movie, dude. Love Drumline, man. It was like on repeat in fucking late
Oh
night
my god.
BT all the time.
You know, at that time, um, and the stream can probably agree with me on this. I don't know. I'm not black, but
Okay, I don't know where this
I,
is going.
I was watching a lot of black culture stuff. Was a lot really heavy into rap and hip hop at the time.
Mhm,
Watched BET,
of course.
and when I saw Nick Cannon, I was like, why did they hire a white guy to play this?
You said why
Because
don't they hire a white guy?
yeah, because I first saw him in Nickelodeon, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it was mad young on that one. Man, maybe you had some different ideals back then.
I did, and
Yeah,
now
yeah,
I'm a lot more mature, and
yeah.
now I understand that he
Yeah.
is definitely black.
No. Yep. 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 Hey, you didn't work this hard to stay the same. You know what I'm saying?
No,
I always say that. That this is to all the girls that have told me that I changed.
you
That's
didn't
my
work this
number.
hard to stay
Yeah.
the same.
I always reply with that.
That's
Yeah.
wow.
Girl, I didn't work this hard to stay the same. Get out of here.
Oh my god, is that a Drake line? Wow,
I don't know where I got it from, but
that sounds good.
yeah, that's if somebody tells you, I don't know, you changed. That's what you say back. Yeah, because it's like,
Change. Wow. Stay the same. I'll
yeah.
probably fuck it up. If I'm caught in the moment, I'll, I'll probably be like, you
I
know what
work
I'm
hard.
saying. You know what I'm saying.
Same. You just get panicked. You have no idea what you're saying.
They're like, huh, huh?
Pretty much.
Ano daw?
Sabi niya. Tangina. Um,
Why wasn't Nick Cannon in the MCU? I feel like he's perfect for something.
I do not think so. Dude, name me one movie
Okay,
where his acting was like A plus.
Mm,
Drumline, that's not a movie that you give an Oscar to.
no, no.
No, we're talking about fucking Anthony Hopkins, Kate Blanchett, Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon could also appear in Black Panther, but he
Uh,
did not.
he can, but he'd be like,
Okay, but Forrest Whitaker appeared in Black Panther.
Forrest Whitaker's an Oscar winner.
Yeah. So like they need to pull everyone out, you know?
They need to pull Oscar winners.
Okay, like you
Yeah.
can't you have a max cap for salary.
I get it, but
You need,
Nick
you
Cannon's
know,
pretty expensive too. Not because he's like, he didn't win an Oscar, but his status as an
yeah, yeah,
entertainer. It's
exactly.
well,
So
they didn't
maybe he
have
could be the next Black Panther.
him. You really want Nick Cannon to be the next Black? He's gonna make a Wild and Out Black Panther edition. Boy, if you
No.
don't get your stupid ass, this is gonna roast each other. That's what's gonna happen. Oh man! But Drumline, I mean, he didn't do the best acting in that one. But man, when they went up to the other team and started drumming on their drums, I was
Is
like,
that disrespectful?
yeah, dude.
That's
That's
disrespectful.
like going into their house. It's like that's trespassing, son. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Drum
What
style.
are you doing to me?
Um. Anyways, I don't know where we got. I don't know how we got to drumline there. Oh yeah, because of
Nick
Nebula
Cannon. Yeah.
doing his batons with a drumline thing. Um, they locked Thanos down with Mantis. We saw this tactic being used on Ego,
Yeah.
disabling um, the god before trying to disable him more with trying to get the glove out. But Quill, a little too emotional, buddy. What's going on? This guy was, where's my girlfriends? Where's my shorty? He said, yo, if this man not gonna tell me where my shorty is, I'm about to scrap this man, And Nebula's like, Thanos went to Vormir with my sister, and he came back alone. It's like, don't tell me you did it. And he got all
It's like I
emotional.
had to.
Yeah, he's
I
like,
had to.
yeah, he went all Undertaker on him, right?
Yeah.
Fucking Quill got emotional.
Ding.
Right, started listening to some Drake in that Zune.
Oh my god.
Who keeps bringing
Cups
more?
of
I've had too many. Right? This Virginia done me off already. Right? Start smashing him on the fucking head. Fucking ultimately, that's another
Worst.
factor as to why they got lost. Emotions, man.
Yeah.
And Thanos is like, that's enough playing games. This guy squeezed his hand and the moon shivered.
Yeah.
The moon's like,
I've.
never moved
Oh,
before in my entire life. This man
yep.
is manhandling me. He used the power.
Killings.
Yeah. Killings. The moon got the Killings with the power stone, and then he used the space stone to fucking
Oh, that's
meteorite
crazy.
them down. Crazy action sequence, dude. And like, I kind of got spoiled with this. I saw this a year before. So,
How?
a year before, there was like secret footage of like,
Oh, that
the
sucks.
screening, and it wasn't, the graphics wasn't finished, but I did see Thanos bring down a planet.
Damn.
And so this was kind of spoiled for me already, but to see it in full resolution, pure CGI, was absolutely insane. The
Yeah.
guy put a planet. This is Dragon Ball Z level shit.
Yeah. That's power level too much.
Yeah, this is more than over 9,000. This isn't
Yeah.
Kaioken times 10. This is like Super Saiyan God mode, Super
Damn.
Saiyan Ultra
Yeah.
Instinct, X Factor, level
Yeah.
3, you know.
Yeah.
What's that? The Berserker Rage, like every single power up move you can
Yeah.
think of in Marvel. Gold mode from Sienko, Dirt Nap,
Girl.
fucking
Gold armor.
what's that? Luminescent skin, like the whole shebang. Thanos is
Yeah.
fucking strong. Anyways, he tries to body them, and then back in Wakanda, the battle keeps raging on. Scarlet Witch sees the huge wheel things reach. She's like, "Yo, they need my help." She goes down to help. Pretty much demolishes like a fucking good chunk of the army just by throwing these fucking tanks around. We get the famous line, "Why was she up there all this time?" And of course, we know it's because she's up there because the moment the gem is supposed to be taken out, she's supposed to destroy it immediately. So I guess she
Yeah.
just wanted to be safe and be there. Proxima gets murked by the girl gang. You know, we got Natasha, we got Okoye, we got
Oh my
Scarlet
god.
Witch.
Yep.
She gets shredded to bits.
Oh my god. I want that team.
Would you rock that team?
I would. Okoye point. Oh
Oh
my god.
yeah, I think
Come on.
two assists. You know, we got
Yeah.
a Scarlet assist. I think
Yeah.
Scarlet would be
The
probably the
anchor.
anchor. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
got oh my
Yeah.
god,
Black Widow's always like a good assist.
Black Widow, man.
Yeah.
Rest
Yeah.
in
Yeah. Yeah.
peace, but so good.
Seriously.
Yeah, I would. I respect that. I respect that team. All
Yeah.
female girl gang. I would say
Oh
yes.
my god.
Rocket expresses his obsession with spare robotic body parts by trying to buy a White Wolf's arm. Mhm. Nice little interaction there that we people were probably expecting when it comes to those two characters. Meanwhile, Obsidian gets ripped by Banner using his Hulkbuster arm. Banner
Nice.
says, "Hulk, we got a lot to figure out, pal." You know.
Man, I hate Mark Ruffalo so much.
He's like, "Oh, fine, you stupid jackass. I'll do it
I'll do it
myself."
myself.
Um, yeah. Shoutouts to Obsidian Cole, who got shredded to pieces. Pretty
By the
crazy death
shield, nice.
by the shield. Yeah, crazy way to die. And Vision stabs Glaive the same way he got stabbed from him in the beginning. Ah, that's not, Glaive is like payback, baby. That's what he
Yes,
says, right?
sir.
Back on Titan, Strange faces off with fucking crazy ass spells, dude. Like,
This is the Doctor Strange I want to keep seeing.
that's pretty
Yeah,
much what it is right there. Strange takes the mirror dimension, fucking Thanos breaks through it, changes it into a black hole,
yeah.
shoots the black hole. He turns the black holes into fucking butterflies, which is the complete opposite of what Thanos made bats a while ago. Like, it's
Yeah.
just like magical shit, man. He has the fucking the bands of fucking the red bands or
Of
whatever.
Sidorak. Red
Sidorak.
bands of Sidorak.
He does the fucking clone thing where he makes a million things of himself. But Thanos uses the Soul Stone at that time to just find the real one. Thanos has a fucking
Easy.
gauntlet with like crazy
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
abilities, man.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's crazy how he knows how to use them already.
yeah, I mean he's with the Mind Stone that's like, or sorry, with like, but he said you're not the only one cursed with knowledge, right? That's what pretty
Right.
much Thanos is. Thanos gets a fake pendant, tries to catch it off Strange, doesn't work, and he fights Tony, and he's like, he calls him by his name, Tony.
Stark. He
Yeah,
goes,
Stark.
Stark.
And Tony's like a little fallen back. He's like, you know me.
You know me?
It's like, what? Who the fuck do you
Oh,
think I am?
oh.
And then Strange is like, who's that girl? Na
La
na
la
na
la
na
la
na
la
na na
la
na
la.
na na. Eve's that
That
girl.
girl.
Anyways, uh, yeah, Tony realizes that Thanos knew him too, and he's like, "You're not the only one cursed with knowledge." Shows you that Thanos is also intelligent, not just with technology or overall, but in like general too, like who's who and the threats of the world. Because we learned in 2012 he already knew that there were people that were defending Earth. From Loki's failed attempt.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Tony's name came up from his reports, right? Um, Tony goes fucking ham on him. plants his fucking foot down, boosters on the fucking elbow, fucking double hammer fist, the whole shebang. This guy does combos and kind of reminiscent of how he fought um, the Mandarin, with one of his armors, especially with using the boosts on his hands to backslap. It's kind of
Oh yeah.
reminiscent of that technique, but now it's like full force. Like this is what it's meant to do. It's not just like uh, he's not just what is it called again? Improvising. This is designed to do this to make
Yeah.
his impact
Wow.
harder, and he makes him bleed.
Yep.
He's like all that for a drop of blood.
Wow. What a line.
Yeah, exactly. And it brings you back to Ivan Barut. I want my Barut. You know, he said it. If you make God bleed, people will cease
Cease to believe
to
it.
believe him.
Yeah.
And this is
That's
where we
crazy.
kind of see that Thanos is bleeding. This
Yep.
man is not as powerful as we think he
Yeah.
is. You know.
Yeah. And Loki said, "You'll never be a god." And
Ooh, it's true.
just because you happen to collect the stones and you're like super smart and you're of a resilient species doesn't
Hmm.
mean you can be a god.
Facts. It's
That's
true.
crazy.
It's true. Yeah. Powers and everything, man. But Tony gets stabbed with his own sword. I would have just absorbed that. That's made of nanotech, right? I would have just
Yeah, that's true.
put it in there like butter. But maybe it
Yeah,
just wasn't quick enough, or I don't know.
but the nanotech should be like it should have recognized that, you know.
It's stabbing itself.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's the thing that the fans didn't want to acknowledge because it
Hmm.
ruins
Hmm.
a favorite part. But either way,
Yeah,
Tony gets stabbed. And I think this is where I'm like, oh, in the movie theaters, I was like, oh shit.
yeah. Me too. I was.
Uh, yeah. I did the anime grunt. Impossible. He can do that. Like it's always like that, right? Thanos leans over him like how Obadiah Stane did while he was paralyzed. Like this is another time where Tony is doomed, but in a much much worse way
Oh my
now.
god!
Like
It's not just for
Tony,
the company.
even for Tony's eyes see it. He's like, holy shit, I got stabbed.
Yeah,
You ever see that episode in Chappelle's show where the mad real world
yeah.
the white guy's dad came
He
in.
brought his dad. Yeah.
You want some brownies? Anyone some brownies? Fucking Charlie Murphy. Somebody just stabbed me. Pretty much what happened there.
It was
Um,
so wow. What a weird sketch.
and yeah, that was a weird ass sketch. Guys, don't get into a sleeper hold. 'Cause your asshole really hurts the next morning.
Oh
Um,
man, it's so weird. His girlfriend was literally having sex with Charlie Murphy and
yeah,
his
yeah,
friend.
with Mad Dog. Yeah, what did you call me, my friends? Okay, Mad Dog. Um, Thanos was about to finish Tony off, but Strange is like, stop. Wait a minute. Said stop right now. Thank you
Thank you
very
very
much.
much. I
um,
need
but
somebody.
the human Ooh.
Da- Hey
You.
you.
Okay, we should stop singing the whole goddamn song now.
Yeah, people are gonna sample that. You don't want
Strange
that.
pretty much trades Tony's life for Tony to live, and is to give Thanos the stone. Tony's like, "What the fuck are you doing? Are you dumb, dog?"
Dog.
And he went all fucking Toronto mans to him.
Yeah.
But remember, Strange is the one who saw the one time that they win. The
Yeah.
fact that if he says this is the timeline they won't win means he can't say shit. Guy has to plead the fifth, right?
FIF.
F,
Beep.
F, plead fifth. Um, he saw this being done in multiple timelines, especially the one they win. So here's the thing: Strange can't see past his death, but he knows that the one that they win at is the one he dies in. So he knows that he has to die, and in order for to do that, he also knows that Tony lives. So he has to give the stone for a probability of him dying
Oh,
and Tony
interesting.
still living. So even then,
It was still a
it
gamble.
was still a gamble for
Oh my
Strange
god.
because he knew that this is what the winning timeline, what I know, and so I'm gonna go with it. 'Cause he can't give you a reason, or else it's not gonna happen, right?
Yeah.
Um, Strange says to Tony, "We're in the end game now." And for those of you chess lovers out there, you know that this is the phase in a chess game where both players start sacrificing big pieces for victory, which is why, you know, technically Strange, he's a big piece in the army of chess and in this one, and he's gonna sacrifice himself. Shout outs to all the chess masters out there. If there's any savants watching this, y'all are crazy, bro. Never, I suck at chess, so I wouldn't.
Me too.
Yeah, I know how to play. I just suck at.
I yeah, I get bodied. Like I move one and they're like checkmate. And I'm like X. You haven't even moved yet. And they're like checkmate.
You see those crowds at like tournaments? Guys are like,
No.
"Yo, do a checkmate!" Like, bro, obviously that's the point of the fucking game. um, Thanos is done. He got what he wanted in Titan and leaves fucking Tony and the rest of them there, and he goes straight to Wakanda. And this is where you're like, "Oh fuck, nothing is stopping. Somebody stop this man!" You know, Thanos walks through, man, then bodies everybody.
Yeah.
This guy's fucking invulnerability, super armor, the works.
Yep.
He like slaps fucking Rhodey while he's flying, which I'm like, Rhodey, don't even try, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
SWAT.
saying? Yeah, like Black Panther gets swatted off like a little cat.
Yep.
Cap holds off Thanos for a bit, and
Yeah.
Thanos has this expression of both surprise and respect on his
Yeah.
face as he's holding him down, and we see that Cap's hand is slightly over the Soul Stone, which could mean that
Oh.
Thanos saw Cap's soul and saw how pure it was, and which is why he had that respectful expression on his face. I
Nice.
don't know if I'm right. I don't know if I'm right. Stream, let me know if that's
Wow, that's a very interesting theory.
is that a reach?
Wow.
Because
Well, it he did, he did do that thing. The You're like, how? How'd he do that?
yeah, I mean, Cap is strong, but we're talking Thanos here, who is
Yeah.
like
Who had the gauntlet?
who had the gauntlet and already as a Titan is like pretty X strong. So there had to be
So
something there.
he could hold off the Hulk.
Yeah. Who?
Captain
Captain
America could,
America?
yeah,
I don't know. Like that's something we haven't seen yet.
yeah. But if he could hold off Thanos' punch,
He can hold off the Hulk.
I think so.
I don't know if Thanos was holding back a little bit from maybe from what he saw. You know, even for him, he couldn't rationally hurt somebody who was as
Oh yeah,
pure as
that's
Cap,
true.
right?
That's true. Makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully they'll explain that a bit later on. Stream, let me know if this is if I'm reaching a little bit too far. Probably am. Um, anyways, Wanda is now desperate, and Jarvis is like, sorry, Vision is like, "Yo, just do it, bro. Just do it. Just fucking do it." He's like Watchmen, right? With fucking Rorschach. Do it. Do it. And she fucking bursts. He's like, ah. He said the last thing he says, "I just feel you."
Oh, Lux.
Right? But Thanos, what a G. This guy's like
Yeah.
fucking soft, bro. Time stone. That's what happened, right?
Bing.
Ding. And just like
Time
Doctor
storm.
Strange, he had the little dial,
Yeah.
mystical dial thing. Clocked it back. This guy said, "Sorry, baby. Daylight savings time.
No.
You get an hour of sleep. Will
Oh
I
my
get the will
god.
I get the time will I get the mind stone?" Um,
Rip.
yeah, pretty. And then he ripped it out of his head like it was fucking a raisin from a fucking cinnamon bread.
Oh,
He
that's the
just
best way to describe it. You
yeah,
collapse the bread, but
yeah. You just let go of the bread. I just want this one little raisin. He fucking puts it on. He's like, ah, which is a meme now, by the way. Obviously, right? And you
I've never
complete.
seen it.
You never see that meme? It. I don't. I don't know what people use with it. Where it's like,
What's the one you've seen?
I don't even. I can't even remember. Something about just. I don't know.
Like when you
Completing
complete
something.
something
I guess.
and then you put it into your thing. Right. I don't know.
I don't know
I
if.
we don't know, stream. We never completed anything.
What does that even mean? What is completing anything mean? That's so general. Like I don't
I
know what
don't
that
know.
means.
I have no idea.
Um. Anyways, now fucking Thanos has all the stones, baby. But guess who's coming? The dude that he was facing off in the fucking
Yeah.
beginning of the movie. This guy
Yep.
came back
Yep.
and he's blinded by revenge.
You should have killed
Fucking
me.
does the fucking axe
Oh.
throw to
He
our
did a
to the
flying double-handed full body, like 720 times 40.
yeah, dude. That was like a front flip
Yeah,
times 20, and he went through the beam that the gauntlet was going. That's how powerful Stormbreaker is,
that's
right?
crazy.
And fucking right to his chest.
Yeah,
And as prideful, the prideful thing that he has to do, he has to mock Thanos before fully killing him, which ultimately is the number one factor as to why they lost. Is to let it's once again Thor lets pride get in the way
yeah.
of a surefire victory. Thanos is like, "You should have gone for the head."
Oh my god. Bing.
No! And you're like, I remember at the theater, I was like, what the fuck? It was
Yeah,
just quiet, man. Birds chirping
yeah.
are gone. It was just like,
Oh, flashbang.
yeah, pretty much. And like fucking Counter Strike.
Yeah.
Playing Dust 2, you can get flashbanged. You get sniped dead,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Thanos goes into the soul world. He's like looking at his chest. He's like, what's going on? Oh shit. I'm in
Did
the
I
soul
die?
world, baby. And he tells the young Gamora from the time that he abducted her from her homeland and family. She's like, did you do it? He's like, bet. She's like, what did it cost? Everything.
Wow,
And that everything was her, the daughter.
that's crazy.
Right? That's how much it costs. Another way of saying traded. Another life traded for the
Wow.
cost. Then the opposite happens in Endgame. Tony traded his life to let his daughter live. See the differences between these
Whoa, I
two
never
people,
even knew
man?
that. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Like how did the opposite of Tony and Thanos? You know what I mean? You even start with the same name, T.
Wow. This guy is picking cherries.
Too much, right?
Nice. They're not
And
ripe yet.
Anthony Stark. All those
Anthony.
all those letters
Whoa.
has
I am
Thanos in it. Exactly. It's an
Lord
anagram.
Voldemort.
Yeah, Tom Riddle.
Wow.
Um, but yeah, he cost him everything, which is Gamora. And just like he said, he promised to Doctor Strange, he goes into the Banawi rice terraces in the islands of the Philippines.
That's where he retired.
And he rests. He even does the grunt when he stands. Ay, pucha. As he said.
Ay, aray ka patay.
Pagod na ako, man. Sabi niya. Nasa ba yung red horse? Uy. Ay, pucha. You know,
That's funny.
there's no mid-credit scene. It was just quiet, right? Like the end was like there's no like dun dun dun. It was just like, dude, everybody turning into dust. I'm watching in the theater, man, and hearing girls go like, "Oh my, are you serious? Oh my god, no, not him."
Oh
You know,
shit.
and it's pretty brutal, right? Because at first you're like, "What
Yeah.
the fuck's happening?"
Yeah.
And then Bucky's like, "Steve." He like kneels down, turns into dust. Fucking T'Challa's like, "Okoye, stand up. This is no place to die." Turns
Yeah.
into dust. My king, where you at, son?
Oh my
Groot
god.
is like, "I am Groot." You know,
Yeah.
fucking Russo brothers confirmed, translated into dad.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fucking harsh, man. Rax is like, oh, fuck.
He's the only one that survived.
Yeah, from the Guardians group,
Yeah.
Nebula, and like
Well, she's not a guardian.
that's true. You see a lot of the Wakandan army turning into dust.
Yeah.
You know, back on Titan, Drax is like, Quill fucking
Yeah.
turns into dust. Then this Mantis turns into dust. Quill's like, what's going on? And he's like looking around, and then Tony's like, steady, Quill, and he's like, oh man, turns into dust too. And the most heartbreaking one that the girls go crazy for, obviously Tom Holland himself. I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark.
Oh my god.
This man's slipped away. We learn later on that he felt it extra hard because of the spider sense. He knew doom
That's
was coming
crazy.
and that he
Yeah.
couldn't stop it.
Yeah.
Just by it churned his stomach, made him feel
Yeah.
horrible. Tony's like, fuck! We just lose? Did we just lose? The Avengers lose.
Wow. You lose.
Yeah. Ha 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 ha. You know, secret ending
Continue.
is Fury and Maria Hill driving. See, things are starting going crazy. Helicopters falling from the sky. You know, car crash in front of them. They go to check. There's no driver. And he's like, Nick. She turns into dust. Fucking
Dang.
Fury goes to the back, looks for the fucking pager, says the line, turns into
I wish they
dust.
did.
I know, it would have been dope. Maybe when he came back, he's like, fuck her. It's like,
Oh, I'm back.
good thing there's no cameras here. And then we see that was the Captain Marvel
Oh my
logo.
god.
Did you get hype at that secret ending?
I didn't know what that was. I thought it was Nova.
It would have been dope if it was like the Nova Corps. I would have
Oh my
been
god.
like,
I was like, in my head, I was the first time I was like, Richard Ryder.
Blue Blazers, that's awesome. You know.
No, but it was not.
Some little callbacks here and there. Loki says we have a Hulk in the beginning. Callback to when Tony Stark telling him same thing in the first Avengers. When Loki offers to Thanos to be the guide on Earth, he says he has experience. Thanos says you consider failure as experience. That's a nod to the first Avengers when he failed to fulfill Thanos'
Yeah,
task of
he was a contractor.
yeah, conquering Earth. Um, Tony asks Strange what he does other than make balloon animals. That's actually a reference to a bit on Jimmy Kimmel where
Oh
Doctor
yeah.
Strange was entertaining a kid's birthday party
Oh yeah, I saw
making
that.
balloon animals. The cloak slaps Tony when he's leaning on the cauldron of the cosmos. In the comics, this is used to see visions in the depths of space and astral planes to monitor for mystical threats. I don't know if that's also being used in the MCU like that, but pretty cool reference. Uh, Banner says to Tony, "What? You lost another superbot?" This refers to Age of Ultron when they lost Ultron. Stan Lee cameos as the bus driver for Peter's school. What's wrong with you, kid? You ever seen a spaceship before? Um, in the collector's vault, a blue man with the glasses can be seen in a glass case. This is a
Nice.
reference to Tobias Bluth from Arrested Development, one of the shows that the Russo brothers directed in their early days. Oh, I'm
Nice.
sorry, Michael. I just blew myself. That's what he would say a lot. He was
Oh, Tobias, you
he's
blow
he's
hard.
he's he's so quotable, man.
I
He's
love
like,
him.
Michael, yes, when would you like the hot sailors to come to the party? You know what, Tobias? You can just call them sailors. You don't have to say hot. Yes, you know what? You're right. That is a weird name. I should call them something else. How about hot seamen? You know
Hmm.
what? Hot sailors is good. Hot sailors is good.
Oh shit! One of my favorite ones from him was he was asking for like he was in front of the whole family and was talking to Michael, and he's like, "What do I want to take advice from you? Your wife is
Oh
dead."
yeah. Oh yeah. Where would I take marriage advice from
Oh
you?
yeah.
Your wife is dead. Oh man. That guy's so stupid. He's like, I'm actually the first ever analyst and therapist, making me the first ever
And now
analrapist.
Rumpus.
And he gives Buster the card. He's like, oh my god. He's like, don't worry, Buster. It's pronounced analrapist. And his fucking
His license plate.
his license. Turning a new
Anus.
leaf, Michael. It's
Anus tart.
a new start.
Anus tart.
Oh
So
man,
good. I like that.
so good. Shout outs to David Cross. He also played a really funny cripple from Scary Movie one or two.
I forgot about that.
But Scary
That
Movie
was
one, yeah,
him.
Scary Movie one, yeah, that was him
Oh
in
my
the
god.
wheelchair.
That's
Yeah,
so funny.
very young and already balding David Cross. Um, Red Skull mentions that Thanos is the son of Alars. Alars is an Eternal, so we might get to see who that is
Ooh.
in the upcoming Eternals movie, or maybe
Cool.
even a young Thanos. Pretty cool.
Cool.
Rhodey's War Machine armor indicates that he now has the Mark IV on his arm after the Mark III was destroyed in Civil War. So
True.
that's pretty cool. So I guess the one in Endgame is Mark V with the blue, like at the end.
Word.
Uh, Pretty crazy there. But yeah, guys, holy shit, that was our MCU analysis on Infinity War. I told you it was
Man,
gonna
I'm
be a
fried.
long one, and obviously Raymond is right on time with being extremely fried as every time we do this. Um, but let me know what you guys think. We did something, said something wrong, we analyzed something, or we missed something in terms of the narrative. But I feel like that was pretty detailed in terms of scene by scene. Obviously, um there's no comparison into first rewatch to second rewatch, third rewatch. This movie was awesome from the first get go.
Yeah.
This stays the same. I'm pretty sure I gave this about a 8.5 to 9 out of 10. A lot of people
Nice.
actually prefer this movie over Endgame. I'm not saying that there's more people that prefer this, but there are people that I know that think Infinity War
Yeah.
was a better movie
Yeah.
than Endgame. I
Ah.
totally I don't agree with that. I think Infinity War had a lot of fan service, um, and the structure with it was a little bit too erratic in terms of cutting back and forth between places a little too much, and them like cutting it up. Like the Nidavellir um, scenes were cut up 3 times, and for it to be like a pretty short interaction in general. Like if you take all the scenes from the Villiers, it's pretty short. They
Yeah.
get there, they start the star, and they make it. And they had to cut it 3 times in between Titan and Wakanda. It's like a little too much of. Endgame was a little bit more structured.
Yeah. True.
You know what I mean? They find out how to. They find a way to fix the problem. They assemble the team. They go back to the past, and the three places that they go back to the past are pretty well arranged in terms of like their own certain acts, right? Like Act One, Act Two, Act Three. Instead, this one has a lot of like just back and forth craziness, but we do get some crazy fucking action in this one, and we get to see Thanos for the first time, and a lot of action from him. So in reality, Thanos was the protagonist in this one because he's the one that experienced the most growth from the start of the movie to the end of the movie. He also is the one that accomplishes his goal of eradicating half the population. We're not just talking about Earth, guys. We're talking about the fucking galaxy, the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
universe,
Bacteria, fungus.
anything living.
Yeah,
I guess the trees.
maybe not the trees because those are, you know, maybe not the bacteria because they feed the trees.
Yeah, I think it's animals because
Yeah.
birds.
Oh, anything that consumes like resource, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, not resources themselves. So plants
Yeah,
are
yeah, yeah.
resources themselves. So yeah, this is the bad guy, and like the reviews for this is fairly well met, but this was definitely a risky move for Marvel in general. I mean, aside from everyone getting dusted, obviously that's a big step, but we also lose actual characters here, right? Modern
Yeah,
Kurt, Gamora,
yeah.
Vision, Heimdall,
Scarlet Witch.
and Loki.
Yeah.
Regardless of getting Vision back later on, we're not sure. But in the current MCU timeline and the phases moving forward, unless it's a prequel or a spin-off, these characters are dead and gone. You know, shout out to Justin Timberlake. I head to my
Dead
head
and
to the
gone.
east, the body by my side. Look my head to the north, the body inside. Dead and gone. um, and it's also the first time. This is the first Avengers. We were hype. We got a small group. Second Avengers, the group got a little bit bigger. This is now the third Avengers movie, and we're encompassing every single fucking movie in the MCU as one. They left no stone unturned when it comes to ensuring that every single character has been accounted for, or at least
Yes.
accounted for and explained properly. Of course, Ant Man isn't there, but we saw an Ant Man and the Wasp later on. What happened to him? Clint, hey man, this guy, he was supposed to be retired, so
Yeah.
and it's like bow and arrow, Thanos,
Yeah.
you know.
What's that gonna do?
Yeah, I'm not disrespecting Clint at all. It's just that
Yeah, yeah,
I don't think I've ever saw a comment. It's like, yo, if Clint was there, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no,
yeah.
no one has ever said if Clint was there, this would have been a whole different ball game.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's true, it wasn't. But let us know what you think, guys. We're pretty much almost done
That's
the
crazy. We have how
MCU
many? Three movies?
analysis. Like left.
Yeah.
Let me check. We have one, two.
Captain
No, I think
Marvel.
we have three and four.
Or four.
I think we have four. We have Spider-Man: Far From Home. We got obviously Endgame. Then we have
Captain
Captain
Marvel.
Marvel, and we have Ant Man and the Wasp.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
which is what we're doing next week. So next week we're
Oh,
gonna
nice.
dive back into the funny, humorous, more wholesome part of the MCU to cheer ourselves up after this super sad ending of Infinity War, and get
Wow.
to watch a fun back to the heist movies of Ant Man, and of course his new partner, the Wasp, played by Hope. Um, so I'm super excited to talk about that one because I feel like we need something lighthearted after all the tragedy that we've talked about in in Infinity War, and to put some puzzles pieces together and to further set up Endgame even more. Because that one is going to be a hell of an analysis. I mean, this one is
Yes, sir.
already good. This one was already pretty
3 hours.
crazy, pretty crazy, right? I mean, rightfully so because it's a big movie. So Endgame is going to be that much crazier. But guys, let us know if you agree, and if you don't agree, do me a favor and go and get COVID because we don't want you here. All right, it's always like the most hostile way ever of saying like we don't want your opinion. So until next time, guys, peace.
Peace out.